All right. Just want to say that I'm Bryan the Kid Callen. I'm very particular about the way my coffee is made.
Me too,
I like my
Bryan.
beans Arabica. I like them single-sourced. Don't even know what it means. I like them shade-grown. Don't know what that means, really. I mean, I do if you really quizzed me, but I don't care. I just like when it says that. I like a picture of the farmer who's actually pretending to farm my beans. Don't believe it, but I like it.
Don't believe it at
I
all.
like packaging. I'm a sucker for packaging.
Me too.
I like it being roasted. I like when they're like, well, our barista roasts them every morning on Wednesday.
In his backyard.
I'm in. And I like when my baristas look like they should be delivering newspapers.
Like hipsters?
In the 20s. Yeah.
They look like me.
Like conductors.
Like
no,
me.
no.
With
You're
a
way
hat
too
on?
big and athletic. No.
You like them skinny.
They usually
you
have
like
a hat.
hipsters to make your coffee.
100%. I want their legs like I want strings hanging from their waist with stupid skinny jeans. The kind of jeans I like a guy, because when I put on those skinny jeans, I don't have big legs, but I cannot fit in those jeans.
No.
My legs can't fit in the jeans because I've done a couple sports in my life. They've done nothing but kind of wear their hair over one eye and they're just full of angst, and they like to pierce their bodies and tattoo themselves, and I appreciate it.
They're one eyeshadow away from being a freaking emo.
Yes, like if I see a guy with a waxed mustache, I'm like, this guy knows how to make my coffee. I want a subversive. I want a liberal. I want a guy far to the left. I want
You want a white guy?
I don't care. I've had some wonderful black baristas who basically are complete left-wing revolutionaries.
I like them a little, maybe from Costa Rica, maybe a little Latin.
Sure. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Latin men are too macho to make your coffee. They're just like, you want some of this? Take some, and they can do it.
They
but
know what's up,
They
though.
make a man's coffee. I want way more metrosexual in my coffee.
You like a light coffee.
I want a
I don't
guy
trust people.
whose politics offend me. I want a guy who believes in a collective communistic kind of world, but he usually knows how to make coffee.
I don't trust a guy who drinks light coffee.
I had a barista in San Francisco say, well, the mark of a good barista is he's got to have the courage to toss a shot. And
What the hell's that mean?
That's what I did. I went, what the hell does that mean?
Like
He goes,
toss a shot of whiskey?
sometimes when it doesn't pull well, and you just don't get that consistency and that caramel look,
Ooh.
you just toss it.
Ooh, I like that guy.
So do I. I went,
I want him as my friend.
the courage to toss a shot. You, sir, have never been in a situation that required true courage, which, another way of saying, sir, you've never, ever punched anybody in the face or been punched in the face
100.
when it counted.
The courage to toss a shot.
Oh, boy. You use courage very loosely, sir, and I appreciate it.
I bet it was a nice set of coffee, though.
Ooh, I don't know what a set of coffee means, because in the English language.
It's a set.
Why is that?
Because if you go to nice places, they give you your coffee cup, and then if it's really nice, they give you a little side with a plate.
No.
And it's a set of coffee.
A set of coffee? No, absolutely not. Not even they would use that. I bet he makes a great coffee or a great cup of coffee.
So what happens if they hand you two? Like what happens when we go to Intelligentsia when they hand you the coffee and then they hand you the little bit left over?
Yeah, that would be
a cup?
A coffee. They made me good coffee with some left over. That's what I would say in English.
See, I would say it's a set of coffee.
I understand, but you know.
I understand.
I know, a set. A set. How would we use a set? A set of tits.
Bro.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, man. We got to stay corporate.
No, we don't.
I know. Here's the bottom line.
Set of twins?
There you go. A set of twins.
Two. A set is more than one.
So what is a set of twins? How many would a set of twins be?
4.
There you go, you son of a bitch.
Hey,
I'm kind of randy.
I'm a little salty.
Depressed.
Me too, Cal. Why? What's going on with us?
I know why you're depressed.
You know I am.
And I love it.
I had a rough day.
You take it personally. See,
Super
I've been in
personal.
this business a long time. So
Entertainment business, man.
When shit in entertainment happens, if anything good happens to me in the entertainment business,
You're surprised?
Like, really? Amazing. I expect everything to go bad all the time. You just haven't been exposed to it as long, and that's okay.
Yeah, you were not. I called you yesterday about something going on with our entertainment stuff. You were not phased.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the first time I sparred when you were watching. I got punched in the nose. I was like, bro, I got punched in the nose. And you were like, yeah, bro. I was like, I have a headache. You go, yeah, that's what happens. It just was new for me. So, well, no, here's why I'm salty. I'm salty because yesterday I played for a lot of people at a place called Club Nokia. It's near the Nokia Center.
Downtown.
It's a big theater. And there were a lot of people there, probably like 700 people, and I'm headlining. I come there. And I walk in, and you know, I'm a little older than a lot of comics, and I've been around a little longer. So, you know, they younger comics tend to know usually who I am a little bit. And
you're a veteran.
I'm a veteran, and I've just been doing it longer. And here are these young up-and-coming comics, and it was a group of 3 women and then 1 guy. And I go, hey, how you doing? And they all, you know, when you're I can't see myself. So I'm thinking, well, we're all the same age, sort of.
I know how that goes.
And then I look up and there's a mirror. There's a fucking mirror. And I glance in the mirror as I'm looking at all these young faces. I go, ooh, who's that 50-year-old?
You look like Tales
I went
from
to
the
say,
Crypt.
hi, who's that 50-year-old? And I was like, ooh, my face needs water. I obviously...
Water and some Botox.
I need a lot of stuff. I was like, it's just called age. And I was like, damn, I'm getting old.
Would you get Botox on your forehead?
I sure wouldn't. I'm
Never?
just gonna.
Just make it smooth.
I want to. My face is gonna shrivel. I'm gonna prune up.
You are. It looks like you have a pair of nuts on your forehead.
I'm gonna gray up. I'm gonna prune up, and I'm just gonna own it. I'm gonna be an older, energetic guy. An older guy.
You have more energy than I do.
Yeah, an older guy who can get a diamond hard piece.
Why you gotta take it here, man?
Because you know why? Because I woke up this morning, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. I had a diamond hard piece.
A diamond in Antarctica snow?
Bro, I could have carved diamonds with it. I could have. I mean, if a cat tried to
I'd love to see your testosterone levels.
They must be high.
You would think.
But then, I don't know. Wouldn't I be more muscular if I had high testosterone? I don't know.
No. Because you're pretty lean, so you have a high metabolism.
Well, like Joe Rogan said, I think I have high testosterone. He goes, bro, you're just a pervert.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's some perverts out there, but they don't wake up with raging rock hard boners.
Hey, man. All right. I already said it. Don't do that with your mouth when you say boner.
Boners.
Somehow boner is really gross to me.
It is.
Guys, what's up? I got a boner. Try that sometime.
No.
See what your friends
There's
do.
certain words that I hate them.
Yeah.
Boner.
Shit. What's up, bro? I have a boner. I'll do that when I'm camping or something.
When you when you're in school and your teachers had the sex ed talk with you, how awkward was that? Our teachers brought I think I was in 4th or 5th grade. Is that normal?
No, I was 14.
Really?
Damn it.
I was in 5th grade and our teachers got all the rooms at the Virginia Court Elementary Tigers, got all this together.
Hey, Colorado, relax, man.
Miss Flamingo was her name.
Oh,
Miss Flamingo. Might have been a stripper on the side. Dime piece. Always had a crush on her.
Really?
Miss Flamingo. I still remember she drove a teal green Mazda.
I'm already turned on because a teal green Mazda is 100% a stripper mobile.
Right? So they got everyone together. One teacher's just old as dirt. And then the other teacher, Miss Flamingo, is a hottie. Yeah. And then there's some random dude there. I think he was like a substitute. His first day was awkward. But they got all the class together. And they're like, all right, we're going to talk about the birds and the bees. And I was like, oh, God. And you know, everyone, it's all awkward. And I remember her going, now, is there any words that you guys know? And I remember my friend was like, boner. And I was like, oh, shit. You know, it's like, oh, snap, son. Like when someone says it out loud, it's so like, great. No, you didn't. I don't know why.
I don't know why we all laugh that way. Like, we always laugh. Like,
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. I think there's a genetic thing, like, where, like, if my kids fart, they're like, I tooted, and they laugh.
It's weird.
Well, last night, I was doing stand-up, and a fight broke out in the stands. And I had just been at the UFC, and it's funny what happens to you when you see a real fight with civilians. You're like this. Hey, guys, come on. I'm in the middle of my jokes. Didn't miss a beat. Went right into all my fight funny material.
Well, with the fight, usually when civilians fight, someone throws a punch, and then it's just a mesh of shit.
In this case, it was
just like two clay pieces coming together.
Yes, but in this case, it was... you heard girls go, hey, I heard girls, and I went, there's a fight going on. And I see the two guys get up, and they start shoving. But there was no, and I think one guy was like, I'm a Marine, bro. I'm a Marine.
What'd the other guy say?
Nothing. He was smaller than the other guy. And he was like, you want to go? You want to do this? And I could tell neither one of them actually wanted to throw down.
Of course they don't.
Yeah, they were just kind of posturing like dogs.
Did they get kicked out?
One of them did.
The Marine did, huh?
I don't know if it was the Marine who did, but it might have been.
Hey, great story, Brian.
Yeah, well,
No one
then
physically.
everybody.
So they just stood up and pushed each other.
Yeah, and then everybody was like all bunched up because they didn't see that stuff.
It's awkward.
But I got them back immediately because I was like, see, that's how they fight here. But in New York, they got to tell you who they are, where they're from, what they're going to do to you. There's a whole ritual.
It's called being a pro.
You want to fight? You want to fight, bro? I'll punch you so hard I'll kill your dog. And they were like, ah! And I used the energy. The point is I'm a genius.
Yeah.
The point is I'm a comedic genius.
Yeah, well, you get paid for it, so.
Yeah, whatever. It's a kind of a lame story. But it is weird when you see, I've had some weird things like that. Guy have a seizure. Guys fight. It's the third fight I've seen in the stands.
I haven't seen a public fight.
In the audience.
I can't remember the last public fight I saw.
Yeah.
It's rare, man, you see these fights. I mean, I watch.
Would you break up a fight?
Man, it depends. Like last night, I was off Abbott Kinney with Tony Jeffries, and this car, kid must have been texting, ran into the back of another car, and the guy had two little kids in the back. Oof. So then I was like, oh, man. And the guy gets out all pissed, and the two guys who hit him in the Mustang got out. And if they would have done something, I would have broken it up because the guy's outnumbered.
Yeah.
But if it's one-on-one, not usually.
No, let him slug it out.
No, I wouldn't even stop and watch. I would just keep. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, if I'm with my brother or something, but if I'm with my girl or something like that, I'm not gonna what? Especially if they're two older dudes.
Yeah, two older dudes is different.
Well, even if it's like two big ass dudes, what am I in the middle for? What do I look like, freaking Captain America?
It's interesting to see how guys
trying to get to the coffee shop.
Like man. I was in Denver. Denver at my sister-in-law's wedding, and one of the guys in the wedding, it was a little guy who played lacrosse or something.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He looked kind of athletic, and then he got in a fight with a guy, and I was amazed because he goes, "You want to go? Let's go, man!" And he was jumping up and down with his hands. They were down by his waist, and he was pumping them up and down like this. And I was like, "Bro, if you do that to anybody who's ever thrown a punch, you're gonna get punched right in your face." And he was talking like he was a good athlete. He was talking about, and I was like, "You have zero idea."
Well,
you're literally you're literally like standing there like a punching bag. And a lot of guys are like that.
You know what good athletes do?
What?
They don't tell you that they're good athletes. That probably would have been the first sign, Brian.
That's a good point.
I bet you pulled it out of them, though. It's small, huh? You get some big calves, though. You play sports? I guess, man. In high school, a little bit. You're a good athlete? Kind of.
If somebody looks like an
athlete. And then you're like, oh, he's a good athlete.
I'll suss him out.
It's so weird, man.
I'll be like, what'd you do? You play sports?
Me and Tony were talking about it yesterday. There's these professional basketball players hitting mitts. And Tony goes, God, thank God Brian's not here. I go, I know. They might not come back.
How are they hitting?
I mean, terrible. They're 7 foot long.
So it's very hard when you're that long to actually.
Well, I mean, they're just there for a workout. They've never done it before.
Terrible.
Well, I'm sure, but if they wanted to, they could be good. They're good athletes.
Yeah.
But we're just glad you weren't there. That was the first thing Tony said.
Nah, I probably would have been. If they're that tall, I would have been like, I don't care.
Not at all.
I'm not that into basketball, though.
No, you should have seen the size of these guys.
Big guys, huh?
Big dudes.
Like just different athletes.
Big dudes. I'll tell you, my first experience at University of Colorado, this guy on the team, his name was, I'm not going to give his name because he could get in trouble for this, but we're on the Hill. It's a famous place in college. Black guy from Houston, best player on our team, captain, jacked.
Yeah.
Jacked. Tattoos all over, right?
Sure.
We're going to get pizza, and Boulder's predominantly white. It's almost all white. And
yep.
LV was the captain of the team. I looked up to the guy. He's my buddy. We're walking. Probably my first 2 weeks on campus. We're walking, and this two white couple, like, I don't know, probably mid-30s, maybe younger. It's like he wouldn't move out of the way. Like he was paying attention. He was on his phone, and the guy dropped an N-bomb on him.
What?
Goes, get out of the way, ninja.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
This guy's from the hood. The hood.
God
We're
damn.
not talking like...
And this piece of shit called him a ninja.
He goes, move, ninja. And my buddy goes, huh? Drops the pizza, goes, what? And then his wife goes, you heard him, you effing ninja. And I went, oh, no. What's he do? And then the white guy... I'm not talking like puts his hands up like this. He goes like this.
Like from the 20s, those pictures of boxers, the
with
pugilists.
This hat on. Goes, come on, ninja. And I went, what the fuck is going on? True story. Come on, ninja. Goes like this. Well, as he's doing that, his wife runs at him, says another derogatory term, comes flying at him. She gets open hand slapped.
Nice. Beautiful.
Slapped to the ground.
I approve.
Pete's on the floor.
I approve.
So then the guy gets all mad, goes to attack my friend, knocked out. One giant right hand and knocks him out. My buddy.
I love when there's justice in the world. Fuck her and fuck
right?
that guy.
I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then my buddy, you could tell he's been through some shit. Heart rate did not raise. Just was like, you want their pizza? I'm like, no, I'll just stick with mine. He's like,
you
cool.
want their pizza?
He just keep on. He didn't tell the story or nothing. When we get to the locker room, I told the story. To him, it was just whatever.
Beautiful.
I'm like the guy in 300 that doesn't fight. I'm the guy with the eye patch that they leave behind to tell stories.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
And that was when all of them.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
That was when they blot out the sun.
I don't fight. I just tell stories.
Just fight in the dark.
It's weird, right?
Our arrows will blot out the sun.
Can you go crazy of a fucking white person you got to be to call this giant, all Big 12 running back a ninja?
Not crazy.
To his face.
Just a dick.
Oh, I was like, oh, you fucked up.
Just a piece of shit.
Meanwhile, I just folded my pizza like a freaking pita and was balls deep in that thing. Watch him just destroy these.
And he got knocked out in front of his girl, which really makes me happy.
Well, his girl was pretty messed up from the open hand, slapped to the ground.
Good.
But
you know,
then
people say you should never hit women and stuff, which is true. Fuck that.
Yeah,
in this situation.
That case kind of.
You know what I mean? It's so funny how things are contextual. Like, that's a bad person. There are some people that are just really, really bad people, and you're like, I don't care if you're a man, woman, or fucking dog. You're a shithead.
How weird is it some people are that dark, though?
I don't know, man. You know, they were talking about, there's this thing, well, war never solved anything, right? You hear that a lot? War never solved anything. Violence never solved anything. Except it did get rid of something called slavery in the Civil War and fascism in World War II.
With Hitler.
There are a lot of examples where, you know, I think you do define yourself on what you're willing to fight for.
You got to stick up for yourself at some point.
I think so.
You can't just talk about it.
Yeah. I do. I think that's important. Ignorance.
Hold.
There's ignorance and then there are just bad people. Those two got together because
there's dark people.
Those two got together at their Ku Klux Klan rally and they were like, let's date.
Oof, bad idea, man.
And on top of that, they don't have any sense of reality.
They're obviously not educated.
Yeah.
Even though at the University of Colorado, how they got in is beyond me.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
It's weird, right?
It is. And it depends on what kind of education. You know, they always say, well, these guys were educated and they flew planes into buildings. So they were educated, they had engineering degrees maybe or something. It's different. When you study on how a machine works, it doesn't mean you're educated on the 100%. Big ideas of life.
100%.
Yeah. And I think that's why it's important to kind of expose yourself to the questions that people have been asking from the beginning of time. How did I get here? Why do some animals eat me and some animals don't? Why does life eat life in nature? There are questions that we've been asking forever. What does this all mean? Those are basically, who should govern me and who should govern my governor? Those are the roots of political philosophy. And nobody's really exempt from those questions. Actually, nobody is. What does free speech mean? And where does it end? Where does it end? And how much should somebody be censored? How do I put into context somebody like Caitlyn Jenner?
Hey, you're asking a lot of questions right now, bro.
But these are philosophical questions that we all ask ourselves all the time. And most of us kind of don't really, we just keep going through life without actually dealing with it.
Well, it's going to take some time to answer those. You're going to have to look into it. You can't just watch CNN or...
Well, or the answers are given to you.
Usually they're given to you.
Yeah. And people will latch on to those answers. We all do it. I do it. We all do it. We're given answers from our parents, from
works.
Our religion,
from
the media, from a lot of
short clips where you don't have to do research anymore. Well, like I was talking to this strength coach the other day, works with a lot of high-level athletes. And I go, first question I always ask personal trainers or strength coaches, what qualifications you have? Where'd you learn from? Guess what this one said?
Online.
Yeah. That doesn't. I mean, you can get a lot of info online, but man. Yeah. Like if you're that, why not?
You're not going to be Lauren Landau. You're not going to be your strength coach.
No, like why, or Ben Bruno, why not get the certifications if it's that easy? Why not? It's kind of bummed me out a little bit.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. My buddy was writing a book and he was working with his PhD in physiology. Well, the problem is when you write a book, you got to cross-reference. And I worked out with a guy and he was talking about stuff and he's also talked about having some pro fights, only he didn't remember who he fought.
You have a lot of friends like that. I hate to tell you.
No, he's not a friend. I was working out with him. My buddy was writing a book about him.
You have a friend like that, though.
I do.
Carry on, though.
Oh, yeah. And my buddy had to check on. My buddy had to. When you write a book, you have to make sure you source everything. Because
people are gonna make sure it's not bullshit.
Guy didn't have his PhD.
God dang it,
Nor
man.
had he ever fought.
People fucking bum me out. Well, I was at the gym the other day. I don't want to give it away, but I was at this gym the other day, and he goes, "Oh, that's our new trainer. Played ball at Arizona State." Oh yeah. And he goes, "Yeah, he also does some jiu-jitsu." Oh wow, my type of dude. And he goes, "Hey, go find out if he's bullshitting." Obviously, I know football. Obviously, I know jiu-jitsu. So I go, "Hey man, you played at ASU, huh?" He goes, right away I could tell he was lying because he goes, Yeah, I went, "Cool. What years were you there?" "Oh man, let's see. For sure, don't have to."
Oh man, let's see.
Let's see. He goes, I was there 03 to 06. I went, "Oh, that's when I was in school, man. Yeah, cool. Arizona State. Who's your quarterback and stuff?" There he goes, "Bro, I was just in and out." Well, 3 years isn't in and out.
In and out.
No. I was in school from 03 to 06, and then I went to spring ball and then didn't make the team. And
so you didn't play.
Oh, okay. Well, you played about as much as the guy who bought a T-shirt at the airport. He could call himself a football player then. And I went, "Oh, okay, no big deal, man. That's cool, man. At least you got to see what it's like. I'm not gonna hate on him.
No.
I was cool with him."
Yeah.
And then so we talked a little bit about football. And he goes, "Yeah, I do jiu-jitsu." I go, "Oh, cool, man. What belt?" He goes, "Purple belt." I went, "Dang, that's pretty good. You've been doing it for what, 6 years now?" No, 2. I went, "Dang, that's pretty fast to get your purple belt. Where'd you get it from?" Hold, thinking about it. All over, man. All over. A little bit here, a little bit there. No, I get that, but you can't you're not going to get your belt all different places, though, huh?
Right.
Just.
You're not a purple belt unless you washed your white belt with a purple shirt, you fucking asshole.
But this is what happens. People lie all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And that's what we were talking about when I called you yesterday all bummed out. People bum me out, man.
Well, I've noticed that the people who've been around a long time are two things. Always skeptical. My father. You tell my father something, my father just start rolling his eyes.
That's how my dad is.
How much is he worth? What?
I don't know.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Immediately. And they're always skeptical. And there was another thing that they are too, and I can't remember. But for the most part, people have been around a long time. Oh, and they have low expectations. Or no expectations.
Because people make all these promises and never comes through. Well, it's like we were talking about our friend Tony. One of his top trainers quit, a guy you worked with, and Tony was super butthurt about it. And when he asked me about it, I said, "Listen, man, for a guy like that to go make double the money somewhere else, it's nothing personal.
No.
He has a family that he has to
personal.
support. It's not personal."
No, I would.
Yeah,
do
he
the
took
same
all
thing.
his clients, but I said, what are you supposed to do? It's not. He's not screwing you over. You're gonna be fine.
Right.
But and he's like, just we are friends, loyalty. I'm like, I know, but is that loyalty putting food on the table for
your
his
loyalty
daughter?
is to your family first. I mean,
Number one.
I would be that way with kids and a wife. I'll cut your
100%.
throat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being silly,
That's intense,
but
yeah.
it is true that you can't. Yeah, I mean, but it still hurts you when you have a business. It's, by the way, another factor of running a business.
Yeah, 100%.
You're gonna deal with that all the time. That has to be not a surprise after a while. That again, it's like you had your first experience in many ways in this business of something that wasn't as positive. Things have been going great. That for me is, I literally
You didn't skip a beat.
I literally
it pissed me
didn't.
off.
You couldn't sleep.
I called you to talk about it. Like, yeah, no. Anyways,
You couldn't even sleep. I didn't even think about it because you have to understand again what my expectations. I don't have any. I already assume.
See, I don't think that's good.
No.
I don't think you should not have zero expectations.
Why not? Let's talk
For
about
this
that.
show?
What do you think? No, just in general.
You
In
should
other
always
words-
have expectations and goals. Because when you don't,
Goals are different than expectations, though,
I
aren't they?
disagree. Nope.
Okay, what do you
I
mean?
disagree because I expect the show to do better than 2.3 million downloads this next month.
Maybe a better way of saying it.
I expect this show to be a TV show.
Yes.
I expect Fox to get behind us. I expect bigger
I
guests.
think that the expectations are relying on other people and other things that you don't have control over. Now, I think goals are, I'm going to do everything I can, whatever I can, to make this a reality? Okay? I'm going to ask the right questions and stuff like that. So I wonder. I'm just having a discussion.
No,
I wonder.
I'm with you, but you should.
I wonder
you
if
should
expectations.
Because if you have zero, let's say I have all these expectations for the show,
Yeah.
and you have zero, that's not good.
No, but
because when you expect as much as I do from
Right.
other people for this show,
yeah.
sky's the limit. But if
So maybe people have a way of living up to the expectations you put on them, right?
100%.
Yeah.
So if you don't have certain expectations or certain, I think expectation and goals go hand in hand.
Sure.
Because if you don't have any and you're content with this, then
Well, you got to
what are we
dream
doing?
big, right? You got to dream big, which means in a way you're expecting great things. And if you don't, but I think maybe a better way of putting it is this, like you can have expectations, but you have to have a mechanism in which to deal with when they don't sort of, I guess this is a better way of saying it. I have high expectations, and I do. I also know that if it doesn't work, if plan A and plan B fall through, I'm just going to adjust my approach until it does come
Well, yeah,
true.
you got the rest of the alphabet.
That's
People talk about plan A, B, C.
Yeah.
Well, I got D, E, F, G,
Just keep
H, I, J,
adjusting
K,
your approach.
All those.
Expect shit is never
Never.
it's never linear.
I get that,
It's
man.
not linear.
You're talking guy in the fight
Of
game.
course. So just keep adjusting your approach until you get what you want.
I guess you would
And
think.
you know what
I
else?
guess you would think at 32 I'd be able to handle this.
No.
Because I'll be honest, and I'm sure
You're an ambitious guy.
I'm sure you'll say the same thing about acting, but the fight game broke my heart, 100%.
Of course.
100%.
But that's also. But see, that's also what
Football
makes
broke
you.
my heart.
That's-
Football broke.
Yeah,
my
but
heart.
it's also what makes you in particular a very, very good podcaster, communicator, because I think it's a combination of you're very sensitive to the human condition, like everything about everything. You're a very sensitive guy.
Yeah.
And when somebody says they don't like you or they don't want you, what? What?
I called Bryan super sad.
How dare you, sir? I think all
I
of us
can't
have
understand it. I don't get it.
That's very human. And you're very open about it. You don't hide that shit.
I hide nothing.
You'll flip the fuck out right now. But it's what I think people appreciate about you, and it certainly makes it a lot more fun to listen to. If somebody's like, I don't give a shit, most people go, I'm taking my ball and going home.
Yeah,
You're
no.
like, hey, guys.
No, let's figure this
Wait,
out.
hold on. I want to be
Hold
part
on.
of the party. I still have my ball.
Hold on.
Hey, well, you guys are eating pizza? How come I'm up in the attic? I want I can smell the pizza.
Yeah.
We can hear you like banging, like, I want pizza. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think you certainly need that as an actor. They always tell you in acting class, they're like, oh no, you got to have your heart broken over and over and over again. You should have snot coming down and tears in your eyes, like,
Snot
how come you guys don't want me? I'm here. Give me,
So weird to me.
I mean, I've had auditions where I literally call my agent and I go, I'm quitting. And I'm not kidding, I'm quitting acting. First of all, I'll never act again because what I did in that room is not worthy. I mean, like acting like this, like, all right, you guys, I'm tired of this, man. Get on the ground. Like terrible acting because I
Terrible.
just couldn't feel it.
Yeah.
And they're like, thank you very much. I'm like, ooh.
See ya.
I'm never acting on this show or any other show. I'm obviously not good. I'm not a good actor. I'm a bad actor. I tried this for, 10 years and it's not working. I went through class. I'm still in class. I should go and work. I should go sell insurance. That's what I should do. I'm dead serious with myself. And then I get a job.
Entertainment's different because you get 100 no's, but you're like, well, that's not the right part for me. You know what? This next thing, and there's always other opportunities. Fighting, no, man. No, bro. It's very black and white. Either you win or you don't. And if you want to stick around and see if you can get that title shot, you're gonna do some damage to the brain.
I gotta tell you a story that's so embarrassing.
hear it.
I just remembered this terrible story. So I get this audition, man. It's dramatic. It's dramatic. And I have to go in there and it was what I thought was going to be a huge movie. It was, oh my God, I'm trying to remember now, but I think it was the James Dean story. And there was this really dramatic part and I had to play James Dean. I was younger and he cries. He's crying. And I do the part. I worked on it so hard, crying. I'm like doing the lines, tears, big, briny tears, just coming down my smooth.
How do you get
my
there?
smooth
How do you do
20-something face?
How do you do that?
I can do that easily.
Really?
Yeah, easily. Yeah. Watch Seventh Heaven. I'm fucking crying. I'm like, I got an alcohol problem. I mean, I'm a good actor. If I want to be, I can.
For sure.
No problem. I've done it on stage. No, I'm tears. I'm like lying. I'm leaned against this thing. I can't remember the context. Anyway, here's a big casting director in New York, and I worked on it, and I nail it. Kagoosh! And he goes, I gotta stop you. I'm like, huh? Excuse me? He goes, I'm sorry.
It's the best you've ever seen.
This is not the part. You're reading James Dean. You're not. We didn't bring you in for James Dean. I was like, huh? First of all, I'm not good looking enough. I didn't look like James Dean. My hair was just as shitty.
You thought you were gonna be James Dean?
I thought I was gonna be James Dean.
Hey, no, man, you're like the gas.
Yeah,
guy
he goes,
at the station.
You're playing Gary.
You're
or
an
some
extra.
Shit. You're playing Gary. He's the friend. The shitty friend. The shitty friend who's like, hey, buddy. Like my line was like, hey, buddy, why are you going to Hollywood to do this whole acting thing? Why don't you hang out on the farm in Indiana or whatever?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Never more embarrassed. He goes, "You did a good job. You did a good job, but this isn't you."
Oh,
Another time, there was this funny part for a Crest commercial, and I do it. It was my callback, and the Crest people were there, and the guy goes, "I got to do something, bud." I go, and he goes, "I'm sorry." He goes, "I swear to God."
Why do they do that?
He goes, "You're really funny." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Can you smile for me?"
Let's get those fucking corn nuts out.
I smile. I swear to God, I smile.
How'd you smile?
I go like this. I go like that.
Oh, we're good.
Already knowing.
Hit the showers.
Already knowing.
This for a Crest, motherfucker.
And I swear to God,
we know we can use you for a before picture.
They're not allowed to do this even. But thank God the guy was a dude, and he goes like this. He goes, ah, man. He goes, ah. Sorry, bro. He goes, I can't. We can't. He goes, I could bullshit, but it's not going to go any further. And I'm like,
why did you jump for Crest?
And there are two hot girls and another, like the casting director. It's like a room full of people.
God, that makes me laugh hard. Why'd you jump for a Crest commercial with that grill?
Like this terrible girl. Like, of course I'm not Crest. I'm not that good looking, man. I'm not.
Why did he go, hey,
and I'm all
real quick, can you smile for me?
You're going to smile? Oh, and then
I just see you going, huh? Can you smile and going, and he goes, we're good.
Oh, and then
hit the showers.
Just like I left, I was like, oh,
tears.
God, bad teeth. Then one time, this casting director brought me in for a soap opera, and she saw me at a wedding with a suit on. And I looked good at the wedding. I was tan and my hair looked good. So she's super short. She's 5'1" and rather round. And so she
rather round.
Yep.
AKA thick as shit.
Well, yeah. And so she looked at me and she figured out thought I was really cute. So she was a casting assistant. So she calls me in for an audition for a soap opera. She goes, you have to wear a tank top, and they're looking for a sexy guy. Dude, I show up in a tank top, and now I know when I look like.
Why are they doing this shit to you?
Yeah, I'm not. And by the way, this
tank top's not your thing.
Well, I'm also in my 20s, and I'm actually more muscular.
Really?
If you can believe it now, because I lift weights, and then in my 20s I didn't.
You just look like Kermit the Frog.
I look like
just like Kermit with a tank top.
I don't have the kind of body.
Arms.
Yeah, I have
flat chest.
shit body, like flat chest. Never did bench. Nothing. I have not. I'm just you know what I look like. I look like a fucking. Like a skinny, I look like a jockey, like I should be on a horse. Anyway, I walk in with a tank top, and I did push-ups in like it was going to make a difference in the bathroom. These dudes all look like you in a tank top. Like they're just stud soap opera guys who were ex-jocks.
Probably better looking.
Yeah, I mean beautiful, like just like great delts, just big arms.
Yeah.
Like probably
chest.
They all weighed probably 205. Between 190 and 205.
Yeah.
6'2".
Shredded, yeah.
Just really
Brown
good looking.
skin.
It's what they do for a living.
Here comes shitty Bryan.
Here
comes Kermit the Frog in a tank.
Comes shitbox with, and the guy who doesn't tan, he just gets red. So I got a ruddy complexion with like a little bit of hair. Like I see how the hair goes up my arm, but it stops right here. I got like I'm white.
Was the director like seeing all these dime pieces and you walk in? He's like, "What the fuck? What is
Bro,
this? Make
I
a
walk
wish?
in-
What the fuck's this guy doing
I
here?"
walk in immediately knowing, and I see the guy look at the other guy, and he goes, "All right." He goes, "What are you?" He goes, "What are you here to do?" And he goes to the cast member. He goes, "Is he here for the this?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "All right." Just
no shot.
pause.
And then he's just letting you do it just to be nice.
all right. And I had to be dramatic, and I was so nervous.
Baggy tank.
I'm so nervous that I shout. And he goes, "All right, you're shouting. You're shouting."
Just a complete bomb.
I do it, and he goes, "Thank you." Thank you. Just
Fuck.
a tight thing.
Oh, man, I'd love to be there.
Whenever you get,
I would pay $1 jillion to go back in time
my
and see you
God.
do that Crest commercial.
whenever you get a thank you, you're fucked.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for your time.
Here's another story while we're at it.
These are great.
I got a Big Red commercial, and
The big red gum.
where I had to kiss a little longer. Got the part, by the way.
Did you? You shot a big red.
You can look it up online. I bet you can find my Big Red commercial online. And I'm kissing, and this girl, and you're supposed to just kind of kiss a little bit, and this dime piece walks in.
I bet.
And I just fucking start kissing her. I'm like, awesome. And she goes,
Hey, let's
like this.
practice.
She goes, "Hey, can you take it easy?" Never been more embarrassed in my fucking
In front of
life.
everyone?
I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah."
So the gum, it was a gum commercial. They don't do those anymore. It's a
I
gum
made out.
commercial, and you
I made
make
out with a
it?
girl for 3 days. Well, probably 2 days in a horse and buggy in New York City. In a horse and buggy in Central Park, I made out with her.
How much?
And
How long?
action.
How long ago is that?
Man, probably 18 years ago.
And how much does something like that pay 18 years ago?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, I
'Cause
can't
it was
remember.
a
I made
national
probably
commercial?
40 grand back then. I don't know how much I made. A lot.
Really?
Yep. And I believe I hooked up.
Really? You sold?
Might or might not have hooked up with her.
You sealed the deal.
Yeah,
I
she
feel like
wasn't
that'd be
very
pretty
attracted
easy.
to me, but I think she was like, "All right."
She was like, "All right, whatever, big red."
Yeah, man, I've had so
Oh,
many.
fuck that Crest commercial, man. What were we doing showing up for teeth? That's like me showing up for a plot that says short Asian guy.
I know, it's exactly
Like,
right.
hey, I'm here. Like, what the? You're not Asian or short. I'm like,
What are
I'll
you
do
gonna-
my best.
What are you gonna do, man?
What can I do?
Listen, man, believe me.
Oh God, that had me in tears. You doing a Crest commercial? It might be
Yeah,
the funniest story I've ever heard.
no.
On here. Why'd you do that? Why would your
sorry, bro.
Why would your agent send you on that?
He went, oh, no,
Why would your agent send you on that?
because they don't
They
know.
don't care.
It's
It's just masses, right?
like they say they're looking for cute guys in suits. What they don't understand is what cute guys in suits means for acting. It's the
Yeah.
best looking dudes in the world
Yeah.
in suits, where guys are like, you're like, holy shit. I didn't even know dudes were that good looking. First time I ever went on a cute guys in suits audition, I saw what male models actually look like.
dime pieces.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's
I'd never
insane.
seen guys that good looking. Literally. I was like, oh my God.
It's
like,
weird.
Yeah.
They're
Really
too-
tall.
They're like, not to sound whatever, but they're like really pretty. We're like, God damn, that's a good looking human being.
Yeah, or
like their jaws and lips and
yeah.
shit. Like, huh?
And they're
You
muscular.
look at yourself in the mirror, like, Jesus.
Yeah, they're more athletic. They're
I thought I
bigger.
had good genes.
Yeah.
They're not athletic. But
Maybe,
yeah.
but they might be.
Most
Some of them,
aren't.
I don't
A lot of them
know.
aren't.
But you see some of those guys, and you're like, God damn.
That Alan Joban, he was a model, male model, badass fighter.
Really?
Black, phenomenal fighter. One of my favorite fighters to watch.
Damn.
He's a male model, dime piece. You seen him, Kay?
Bring him up. I want to see him.
He's a
Alan
good-looking
Joban?
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He teaches Muay Thai at 10th Planet in Burbank.
yeah. And he trains out of Black House. He
Been
was a
lucky enough to take a couple classes with the guy myself.
really nice kid, but he was a fucking male model.
Yeah, that guy will steal your girlfriend and beat your ass.
Kind of. When you see those male models, like, you ever seen? What I think his name was Tyson,
Yeah.
the black guy Tyson.
Yes. Yes. He's a stud.
Cutie.
They may not steal your girlfriend, but they'll have sex with your girlfriend behind your back. She'll be like, I just want to dip my toe in that pool of sin.
Dude, I was talking. I'm not gonna rat anyone's name out because it'd really screw him over. I was talking to a mutual friend of ours about in Chicago, and he says they're all at dinner. I'll
Yeah.
tell you the guy's name after
Yeah,
the show.
well,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna say names, but so they're at this dinner. They see this famous guy. Everyone in this room knows who he is. and they're friends with him. They train at the same gym. Like, oh, what's up? And he's like, what's up, man? Like, cool. And then they're all chilling at dinner, and it's this guy, and he's with another guy just having dinner at this fancy steakhouse. Well, this guy with a dime piece of a wife, big dude, rolls over to his table and goes, hey, man, got you a shot. And he goes, appreciate it, man. I always love fans.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, I'm not a fan. You fucked my wife in Acapulco or some shit like that.
Acapulco, or something like that.
2 years ago. And he was like, I guess his face, he's like, huh? And just pieced out.
No, but he goes, no, man, it's cool. I mean, it's all good, but you did fuck my wife. Here you go, have a drink on me. And he had a drink, and he was like, I got to get out of here.
He took off, right?
Yeah. And the guy the guy he did it with, who's famous, was with a girl at the time, with his wife, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
With his wife?
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you this.
No.
Okay, so
A famous
celebrity.
A mutual friend of mine goes, did Bryan tell you what happened in Chicago? I go, no.
Yeah.
He calls me, I can't believe Bryan didn't tell me that story.
Yeah, so the celebrity is eating with his wife or girlfriend. And
they have a kid together.
Yes, I guess. And this dude comes up and gives him a shot and goes, hey, man, shot's on me. And the guy goes, oh, thanks. And he goes, you fucked my wife 2 years ago, bro. You know, and he goes, oh. And he goes, remember that in Acapulco? You fucked my wife. But don't worry, it's all cool. We got divorced, but here you go, man. Hey, at least a celebrity banged my wife. At least I found out she was a bitch, you know, whatever, through you. And he's like, anyway, congrats, man. Just wanted to say what's up. And, you know, and that was it, and walked away. Meanwhile, like, you could have blown that guy's spot up too, because he was with his girl. What if he was with his girl 2 years ago, but he wasn't, apparently?
I know.
Jesus.
Awkward, man.
Oh, yeah.
Who does that?
I don't know. That's a
sure
weird.
relax.
Like, you don't know if the guy's going to kill you. Hey, fuck my wife. Bang, bang.
I would have left too, yeah,
Oof.
man. I'd been out. Because this dude's not a big dude. I'd been out.
Weird stuff. Weird stuff, man. That kind of stuff is like... Oof.
Creepy.
Yep.
Let's go to some current events, Ev.
All right, we got some good ones today.
Do we?
Yep. Let me pull these up real quick. Okay. First one comes from today. This is a fresh one.
Hot off the press.
Your boy Wanderlei Silva recently accused the UFC of fixing fights and saying he could prove it.
Really?
Yeah, well, your boy Wanderlei Silva is now being sued.
By the UFC?
Not by Zuffa.
Ooh.
I don't believe that they do fix fights. I don't think that's ever happened. I mean, unless you're talking
Well, yeah,
about...
Bryan. Of course you don't. No one does. Wanderlei Silva does and says he has proof.
Yeah.
But he's also in cahoots with the UFC.
Yeah.
So did he release? Because if he doesn't have evidence, he's fucked.
He hasn't today. The lawsuit just got filed today.
He's
Good luck fighting Zuffa.
Yeah, there's a reason why Zuffa takes over the world. It's because they have the best lawyers in the world. That's why they're allowed to do what they do.
Well, also, I mean, what fights? I mean, those guys are out there trying to kill each other. Have you ever seen a fight, and be honest, where you could, in the UFC, where somebody could accuse them of fixing it?
Not once, ever.
Me neither.
Not once.
What are you talking about?
Ever. And listen, I like Wanderlei Silva, but you got to realize he's in cahoots with the UFC. He hates Dana. He hates Dana.
Well, he's not that. Cahoots means if you're in cahoots, it means you're working with them.
Oh, he's not in cahoots then.
No,
he's definitely not in cahoots.
No, he's got problems with the UFC.
Huge issues. Yeah, like he got banned for life from the UFC from running
from a drug test.
From a drug test.
I mean, Dana called him and texted him and said, "Hey, you got to get back to, you can't run away from a drug test." Dana tried to save him. Dana goes, "You got to come back and face the music. What are you doing?"
Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't always see eye to eye with Dana, but whenever a fighter is like super anti-UFC, it's usually his own fault. But they put all the blame on Dana.
Yes.
They put all the blame on Dana. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes being the CEO of the UFC.
Sure.
Or president of the UFC.
Yeah.
So with Wanderlei Silva, if he had that evidence, and especially he's getting sued, it would come out already, but I don't know what evidence he would have. But by no means has any UFC fight ever in history has it been fixed. You know what that would do to the UFC?
It just makes no sense.
And what fighter would be like, yeah, I'll do that?
Yeah, what are you talking
like,
about?
people are like, oh, I think Mendez's fight was fixed. No, you fucking morons. He was hitting he was hitting him to the stomach, and he wasn't in shape and gassed out and then got destroyed.
Yeah, and the only thing I can see maybe is if there was a fight in Brazil and a fighter is in cahoots with some gambler guy, and maybe he's like he throws the fight. That's not the UFC. That maybe there's a fighter who made a deal with somebody, and
there's
money.
never been ever a conversation in the history of the UFC where Dana asked a fighter to take a fall.
Please,
ever. Wanderlei Silva's way off on this one.
Ridiculous.
Love him as a fighter, but everything else, I don't know, man.
So yeah, he's gonna have to answer to those very, very damning allegations in court now.
Good luck with that,
So
man.
we'll see how that goes for him.
Yikes.
Did his suspension get turned over? I think
In Nevada it did. He is a lifetime ban in the state of California.
so he can fight elsewhere.
He can, but well, I mean, I guess technically he's still under contract from the UFC.
Oof,
Maybe he
ain't
should
going
stop
nowhere.
fighting anyway.
Probably best.
It's been a long time.
He's got money, right?
We don't know.
Depends.
I hope
I
so.
don't know.
His gym in Vegas is pretty successful, right?
I guess.
I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
All right.
You wish anybody who's fought that long the
Well,
best.
he's a legend.
Yeah. You want him to have a good life, and anyway.
What else you got?
Next one. All right, next one. The Married with Children cast is trying to reboot the show pretty much just so Bud Bundy can get work again.
Jesus Christ! But Al Bundy's
David Faustino?
Yeah,
Al Bundy's not signing up for that.
all of them.
Al Bundy's gonna do it.
All of them.
He's not busy with Modern Family. It's like #1 show on TV.
He's got a gazillion dollars. He has 2 shows in syndication, so he's good for
one of the
rest his life.
nicest people. But
Ed
first of
O'Neill.
all, Ed O'Neill's I only met him a couple times. But
Gracie
I know
Black
from people.
Belt.
Yep, I know from a lot of people. He's such a great guy.
Great guy.
David Faustino, Bud Bundy I've known David for 20 years. He's a great.
What's he do?
Well, obviously it's been hard for him, to get work. But he's
Well, no, that was
couldn't
20
be a
years
nicer
ago,
guy.
though.
Couldn't be a nicer guy.
But has he done anything since
Not
Married
a
with
lot.
Children?
Not a lot.
You know they're doing freaking Full House again, called Fuller House.
Do you know that
And
I've been talking to
everyone's
Bob
back.
Saget and John Stamos, both of whom have committed to coming on this show in September? So we're gonna have him on. We're gonna have that. We got some good guests coming up.
Yeah, really good guess. That'd be dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we gonna have them on separate or together? Should
Oh,
we
we'll
act
have them
like the
on
Olsen
separate,
twins?
or we could have them on together. Either way, it's up to us.
God, if we could only get Buddy. Was that his name?
I'm gonna
Buddy?
make John Stamos sing us a couple songs. He plays the drums with the Beach Boys.
But can he sing?
Hell yeah, he can sing. He's a Broadway singer. The guy sat down at
Super
the piano. We're
talented,
making
huh?
a movie. Yeah, I'm like, whatever. He shows up in his, linen shirts. He sits down at the piano and starts banging out a song, singing. I was like, are you kidding?
Is Fuller House just a one-time thing, or is it like they're doing episodes?
I have no idea.
Fuller
House is.
What they
is
say
new to
about
me.
Married with Children?
Married with Children looks like it is going to be I think it's going to be a movie.
Oh, it's a bad idea. Why can't they just let shit?
It's a Sony project, and
Why can't they let shit die? How about you write something new? How about you give other actors an
I
opportunity?
feel like
because they're
has to be a
they're
TV
redoing Top Gun too, right? Why fuck with it?
are they
man?
really?
Big Trouble in Little China? Why fuck with it? That's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Why mess with it? It's weird. Just write new shit.
Anyway, Top Gun. Who's gonna give our Air Force a fight? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure it's something else.
with our technology, good luck. What are they gonna do? Is it gonna be drones?
some movies you can spin something.
Yeah, well, I'm probably
In Top Gun, it was the Soviets. It was the MiGs.
Well, they'll figure it out, Brian. I don't think they're too worried about being spot on.
Need an adversary.
100% they're going to be able to write it.
Brian's
they?
trying to figure out the plot to a
Yeah, well,
hypothetical Top Gun spinoff right now.
Yeah, you got a lot of faith in. You got a lot of
Tom
faith.
Cruise?
Well, is he going to be in it?
Yeah,
Who is he going to play? Do they bring him back out of retirement?
I think so. Like, what? You need me again?
Oh boy.
I'm not a big Top Gun fan.
Well, when it came out in 1985,
I was 2.
it was
And
awesome.
didn't give a fuck.
It was
Showed
so
up.
awesome. He was like, nobody really knew about Navy SEALs or anything. Those were the guys, back then. You're like, damn, I want to be a Top
The
Gun
beach
fighter.
volleyball scene.
Hilarious. Just couldn't be more homoerotic.
Yeah, it's weird.
Raw meat.
Anyways, what else you got, Ev?
Anyways,
Married with Children movie sounds horrible. My brother's gonna be crunk about it. My brother used to watch that show religiously.
Did you not like that show?
I liked it. Not as much as my brother. I was more into Full House, Family Matters, Urkel.
Yeah, Urkel was a jam.
I watched DuckTales, Darkwing Duck.
Ooh, there we go.
Bears.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, Tailspin.
So good.
You don't know.
Brian,
shit
do you know
about this.
Tailspin?
Yeah.
And I watched all of it with My Pet Monster.
I'm sorry, what?
My Pet Monster.
Anyway.
Explain.
It was a stuffed toy. It was a monster. And it was called My Pet Monster.
Did you have a blankie?
That was its name?
No, I had Teddy Rupskin, though.
Did you have
And
a?
his jaw fell off.
Did you have a little? Did
Do
you
you know
have?
what Teddy Rupskin is?
No.
You put, it was awesome. It was a bear, and he had like fucking clothes on for whatever reason. It was a bear with clothes on. And you could put a cassette in the back of him, hit play, and he'd like, I'm Teddy Rupskin, and tell a story, and his jaw would flap up and down like this. His jaw fell off.
Did you have a passy?
No, man, none of that. I had Candy. My Pet Monster, and fucking Tailspin.
All right.
That was my afternoons.
Don't use the F word
and
so
then,
much.
And then I would play football.
Yeah. Played a lot of football, huh?
Played a lot of football.
Old bully boy.
Old Tailspin, bully boy.
When did you start lifting weights?
5th grade.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Serious? Fifth grade?
5th or 6th grade, yeah.
You just,
God damn.
that's-
6th grade,
That might
I
be
would-
why you're so weird strong.
6th grade, I'd go from my middle school and then go into the high school and just start lifting like I was one of the guys.
Really?
Finally, coach like, what the fuck?
Hilarious.
Everyone was older than me, though, so I started lifting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have killed you to lift some weights back
No, I wish I had
then.
some.
Even now. It's
I'm
never too late, my man.
gonna start doing some more strength training.
Yeah, do something. What else you
Hey,
got?
man.
Last one. This is real hot in the streets right now. Cecil the Tiger. Do I have to explain this one to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Who the fuck sees? I know Tony the Tiger.
Cecil the Tiger is like it's like a famous tiger in Zimbabwe. And this dentist from Minnesota went to Africa, illegally lured him out of his like the national park area.
He's
where
a
we're not
wild
allowed to hunt.
tiger.
Yeah, and killed it. Killed the tiger, cut its head off for like a trophy, and posted it online. And this guy is
fucked.
getting
He's screwed.
fucking annihilated on the internet.
I'm surprised no one's killed him yet. First of all, it's a sacred animal. You
Jesus.
can't. It's endangered species. You can't kill it.
You can legally get permits to hunt lions on certain places.
Lions
Tigers or lions?
Wait.
Lions.
Was this in
Oh,
South?
I thought this was a tiger.
There's a lion.
Oh, lion. Yeah.
But
yeah.
he said tiger before.
Did I
right?
say
he did.
Cecil the Tiger?
Yes.
I meant Cecil the lion.
Well,
yeah,
big
I was
dick.
gonna say because
Whoa,
no
whoa,
lions in
big
South
dick.
Africa. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no
Apologies.
tigers in South Africa.
Yeah. Well, line's a little, and it was a female or male lion. Did it have a mane?
Male.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't get down with that. If it's a
old
female, whatever. That
Yeah.
male mane is pretty dope.
Well,
So he lured him out. How'd he kill him? Did he say?
Bow.
That's pretty gangster.
with a bow, huh?
That
Yep.
dentist is back in America now?
Shot him with a bow, and it took 40 hours for the lion to bleed out, basically.
That's
which is
fucked up, man.
fucked up.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
Why would you kill a lion in the first place?
Especially if his name's Cecil.
Got a name, a
Why-
person name.
Why did they name him Cecil, though?
Because he's awesome.
How's he awesome?
I have no idea. Because he has a really cool black mane. His mane's like black.
Yeah,
that's
that's
sick,
a that's a
man.
big mature male who probably the head of a big
man,
bride.
That sucks.
But that's a guy with a nub for a dong, and
need
you know,
to do
some
something.
guys.
It's like climbing Everest, putting a fucking
People have
flag
always
on
killed
top.
lions. They've always killed the apex predators. There's always been hunters that like to shoot big grizzlies.
It'd only
and
be cool if you
lions.
do it with your hands.
Well, I did it with a bow, but
That's
to
some
make
bullshit,
To
though,
make
man.
a lion, a majestic
it's
creature,
like-
bleed out for 40 hours. Ugh.
It's like a
That's so
compound bow. That's still like modern technology.
That's true. That thing's fucking.
That's not a fair
Boom.
fight.
No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
no,
a fair
no,
fight.
no.
It's not like you made it out of. if he
Also,
made it
the
himself-
lion doesn't know where it came from, just gets hit. But I
No,
don't-
it's
I don't like
Cecil. It's Cecil the lion. He likes everybody. He's like, hey, what's up, man? Oh God! Why would you do that?
Yeah, 40 hours. 40. That's a 40-hour work week.
That
Think
dentist
about
was
that.
like, all right, man, let's hurry this up, huh, Cecil?
Wow.
Let's just go ahead and
How about
close your
shooting him
eyes.
again with an arrow, shithead? Or
How about
they
you
probably
walk
had-
up and put a knife to his throat? End his
They
misery.
had that. Well, you don't want to get that close to a line, but they probably had to track it.
What a piece of shit, man.
Yeah,
I want to
bums
slap
me
that
out.
dentist around
It's like
now.
guys who shoot elephants too. Like,
Oh, that
really?
bothers
Why
me.
do you want to shoot an elephant, man?
I love elephants.
I do too. Like, don't shoot an elephant.
Dude, let's get a find
It's
the kid
weird.
elephant.
It's a weird. It really does make me question. You know, I shoot deer and I'll eat a deer. I love deer meat. I'll shoot an elk. I'll shoot a goat.
That's not
I'll
big
eat it.
game though. It's totally different.
I just feel like when you're shooting big game for trophy hunting, like a beautiful
lion?
elephant or a lion.
There's like
man.
18 lions in this earth.
I know.
There's like 18. He was that's Cecil, man.
I know. It's. So
I'm about to
bad.
buy a lion named Craig. Ain't no
They're
one
just
touching
people
him.
that do stuff like they'll kill as many tigers as they can because they already own the pelts and stuff, so they think it's going to make.
What
the
about
value
people
go
with
up.
sharks? They, for the shark soup, they eat the fin, so they cut off both fins and the top fin and throw the shark back into the ocean.
Yeah, I know. Overfishing and stuff is still such a major issue.
Back to Cecil.
The
though, man.
the seas are lawless. The seas you can't, you can fly the flag of the Bahamas and nobody has jurisdiction over your boat. Who do you arrest? And you got a Chinese captain, you got a crew from Bulgaria, and you're flying the Bahamian flag. Who does that boat fall?
Well, they
on?
said they've been overfishing so much tuna that tuna's gonna be extinct in like 15 years.
We have big problems. The ecologists talk about, I mean, it's really big. There are huge dead zones in the
But
sea.
Rogan talks about it too all the time. Like, people only care if the animal's cute. Like a fish, we don't give a fuck. Like a tuna, I look at a tuna, I'm like, yeah, go ahead and chop that thing's eyes off.
Well, I'll eat it.
Yeah,
No, I care. You better keep tuna in that sea. I love me some tuna.
Love me. Well, that's the goddamn problem. We all love
Well, not
tuna.
only that, it's all part
I
of this
love
whole,
tuna.
this whole
better
Big Brown
consider-
loves him some tuna. I love tuna.
Love me some tuna.
But Rogan's right. If the thing's cute, we're like, hey, man, don't kill that.
Well, the most
But
important
how's
thing,
a fish different than Cecil the lion?
Yeah.
How about Tony the tuna, Cecil the lion?
well, the biggest thing is where we get most of our oxygen, right?
Trees.
Wrong. But
Where?
good guess. And that's what most people say. The Amazon, rainforest are the lungs of the world.
All trees, yeah.
Actually, no. That is a part of where we get our
Huge
oxygen.
part.
But the biggest part of where we get our oxygen is phytoplankton. So all the tiny little plant organisms in seawater. You can take a tap of seawater sometimes and 100,000 phytoplankton live in that one teaspoon.
Yeah.
And as they degenerate, for whatever reason, they viruses attack them, and then they generate, and it creates oxygen, I guess. But the true lungs of the earth come from phytoplankton.
It's not
the sea.
trees.
It's not trees. Not
The majority
in
is not
comparison.
trees, though.
No, the majority is from the ocean, from
In
the
sea.
phytoplankton
Wow.
in the sea. Yeah. So
What do we do about Cecil, though, man? Fuck your
Cecil's
ocean.
dead, bro,
Cecil's
and
dead.
he's mounted on the wall of
Oh,
a
I bet
guy
he
who
looks
likes
sweet,
to
man.
drill teeth, and that guy obviously is like, I drill teeth.
You know, dentist
I'm
is the
tired of
highest
this.
suicide rate for jobs. You know that?
Oh, no.
Why? Because you stare at teeth all day.
Is that true?
It's true. Number
Wow.
one job for suicide, dentist.
I would put it up there in the top three. It'd be
Besides-
like
besides
dentists,
ISIS, yeah.
parking attendants, trash people.
Well, trash people, I don't think so, man. Those guys are pretty active. I think they like their job. It's kind of fucked up, Evan. And then parking.
Were you a trash man at some point?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Parking attendant
Doesn't seem
wouldn't be
like
too
fun.
bad.
Parking attendant, everyone hates you.
Dentist is rough.
Dentist, the people who work in towing services offices.
Repo would be tough.
Yeah, any job where everyone hates
No,
you.
it was in Men's Health, top, worst job suicide rates. Dentist was number one.
Wow.
You didn't know that, huh?
No, man. That's
See,
weird.
you educated me on the ocean and oxygen.
Why would that be? It's
Oh, I don't know,
interesting.
because you basically stay in school like a doctor, but you stare at fucking teeth all day. See ya. Go and snort
really
a bunch of that nitric oxide.
Oh, you know what they found? Oh my God, they found that if you part your hair as a man on the wrong side of your head. So the way Evan is parting his hair,
Yeah, I part
that
my
would
hair
be
too.
that would be the way to part your hair, right?
Well, it depends on your hair.
Now, if you go to, I think it's radiolab.org and look at Lincoln. There's a picture of Lincoln with his hair. They CGI his hair parted on the other side of his hair, not head. You won't even his face looks so weird and oblong. It's the strangest thing. And this guy was looking in the mirror. He took some pictures, and he was always a nerd. People didn't like him. Okay.
He parted his hair down the middle.
No, he parts his side the way you
cool,
do it.
middle,
the way you do it.
Okay.
So he would part his hair, and nobody liked him. They would always tease him and stuff. And he went to this thing where all the cool kids would hang out and drink beer under the bridge, and they were all like, "Get out of here, man!" They didn't like him around. So he goes, he's all bummed out, but he was cool. He felt cool. He's like, "I'm cool. Why don't people like me?" So he goes to take pictures at this Con Ed thing. He's working for Con Ed. He has to get some shitty job, and he looks at the pictures and he goes, "Why do I look so weird?" He's like, why do I look so weird? Who is that guy? Well, guess what? When he was looking in the mirror, you know how in the mirror it reverses? Yeah. So he looked normal. Then when he saw the pictures of the way they took the picture, whatever the angle was, he realized his hair was parted on the wrong side. He looked like doo-doo. And he changed the part of his hair, and he went back to that bridge.
They liked him?
And they liked him.
That's weird.
Yeah. And apparently human beings have this really weird thing with symmetry. Because symmetry can mean a lot of things. Like they've done those really weird studies where they had dudes sweat and they had women see which sweat they liked, and the girls liked the guys with the sweat. The girls liked the guys with the best immune systems. They did these studies. Like if you have a really good immune system, women will like your sweat more than the guy who has
They're
less.
gonna love me because Big Brown's never sick.
On top of that, how about this?
Knock on wood.
How about this? Then they checked the symmetry. They checked the guys' symmetry. The guys who had the best smelling sweat also had better symmetry.
Interesting.
Really weird. Really weird. So fucking strange. So let me see your part.
Well, you can't see it now because my hair's not done.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
You should part it to the other side, and we should take pictures and see what it looks like.
Well, I have to shave in some of the part.
Oh, because your hair's so thick?
So it's more defined.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
It pisses me off that your hair's
You want to do a part in your hair? No, what we should do is like 2 parts down the side.
Well, no, we should part my hair one side and then part it to the other side and see what we think and what I look like.
We could do that.
All right, let's do that. We'll take pictures.
What else you got, Ev?
That's it. That's all for current events.
It's pretty legit.
There you go.
Cecil the Lion, hot in the streets, big game hunting.
That
Not
Cecil
cool.
Fan questions.
That Cecil Lion bummed me out,
Yeah.
man.
Quit killing lions.
Wait, should we cover some fights real quick? The big UFC this weekend?
Yeah, let's do
People
it.
are going to want to hear what we have to
fight
say.
talk.
For sure.
I didn't realize how big of the UFC, it's obviously Ronda and Betch are the main event, but the card's pretty stacked. Did you know Bigfoot Silva's fighting on this card? Did you know
Yep.
Did you know Neil Magny's fighting this card for 8 straight against Damian Maia?
Ooh.
Did you know Shogun's fighting Little Nog? Did you know Big Nog's fighting Stefan Struve?
I don't want any of those people fighting.
I wish
for
the
their own-
Nogs were just like, you know what, we're good. I don't have either one of those guys winning, by the way.
No.
I never bet against Nogueras, but I just think
Can you explain to me as a fighter why they keep fighting?
that's what they do. That's all they know. They're legends of the game.
I know, but when do they retire? Do they fight until they die? What's going on?
No, Nog can't have many left. Neither one of them. I told you, when I saw Little Nog warming up, I was like, holy fuck, this guy should not go out there and fight. That's when he fought Anthony Johnson.
I don't want to see these guys do this to themselves.
Well, at least
man.
with Struve, he's not like a knockout artist. You know,
That's a winnable fight.
It's a winnable fight for sure. And Struve, with his heart issues, and before he fought Mitrione, he had panic attacks, so he's obviously having some issues. Struve doesn't have many left in the tank either, so that's
How old he is?
Struve?
He's 27.
Yeah, but he has 97 fights or some shit.
Yeah, he
like
started
that.
pretty
He
early.
has like
Jesus.
40 fights.
What?
And he had heart surgery. And he passed out and had a panic attack for fighting.
And he's 7 feet tall.
So, yeah, 7-footers don't last long.
Oof.
Name the tallest old person you know. And no one. So the thing is,
Hey, don't be so harsh on Stefan Struve.
I actually like the guy. I'm rooting for Nog. I never, ever root against Nogueira brothers. I don't think either one of them get the job done, though.
All right, let's just start. We'll run through some of the bigger ones on here. First one we'll do.
Do Neil Magny, too. Is he on the main card?
No, he's not, but it's a fight.
Wow.
It's a fight I was
Go
going to
ahead.
hit on. So, but we'll start with your boy, Pat Cummings, is fighting Rafael Cavalcante.
Oh, shit. That's this weekend, too?
Yeah,
Damn.
fighting your boy Fejao.
Well, Fejao looked like pure shit in his last fight. I think he was against Bader. He looked
Was it that long ago? That was a long time ago.
He looked horrendous.
I didn't see that
or,
fight.
or was his last fight? Did he fight OSP?
Let me see. I'm looking it up right now.
Is either
I feel like it was
is either
OSP.
Bader or OSP?
No, it was Bader. You were right.
Pat fought OSP.
Yeah,
last
no,
fight.
I know.
It was
They're
Bader,
all the
June
same
of last year.
Yeah. So and he looked
So it's been over a year.
horrendous. Gassed out, got wrestled like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Pat's gonna wrestle the shit out of you. Yeah, people gonna say, "Oh, you're biased because Pat." I just matchup wise, it's a terrible matchup for Rafael. Terrible matchup.
So you got Pat.
I got Pat by decision.
Isn't Fejao, like his main thing is boxing, right?
Striking.
Striking, yeah.
He's
Really
a black
good
belt on the
striking.
ground too,
He
but
is, yeah. Well, Pat just has to worry about, it's got that's
same problem. Pat's hit some rough times, man. But if anyone can bounce back from him, it's Pat. He's a
Yeah.
beast.
he's a beast, but he's just got to.
He just needs to get more comfortable. And they're like, he's not putting it together. He's either wrestling or striking right now. And when he fought OSP, you could tell he just wasn't putting together, and he got hit with that uppercut. I've
Yeah.
been there. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out, though.
Yep. He's a hell of an
I think it's
athlete.
a terrible matchup for Feijão. Terrible matchup.
All right, next one up, Neil Magny versus Damian Maia.
Well, Neil's my boy again, right? So he's going for 8 straight in the UFC.
You got to go with Neil Magny in this.
And I think Damian Maia is ranked number 5, right?
Maia is ranked
5 or 6?
number 6.
Okay, so
That's a guy whose striking has just continued to improve.
Maia?
Damian Maia, yeah.
I disagree. I don't think it's
Really?
getting very good at all. I think it's his number one problem. You're sure you're not thinking of Jacare because he's
Nope,
improving.
No, of course. But Damian Maia's striking has gotten better.
I don't think so. I think that's his biggest problem. I think if Neil Magny can stay long, if Neil Magny wins, it's by decision. He just needs to stay long. Damian Maia has always had cardio issues. Neil Magny, talking to Leister Bowling, his head coach, Neil Magny's biggest thing is his confidence when the fight hits the ground. Well, you're fighting one of the very best in the world in jiu-jitsu in the UFC. So if the fight hits the ground, it's going to be a matter of Neil Magny getting back up to his feet, or if he does take him down, being smart.
What do you mean by smart?
So standing up, staying safe, not getting overcommitted, striking, trying to do damage on the ground, get back to your feet, stay long. So with Neil Magny, if Neil wins, it's by decision. If Damian Maia wins, it's by submission.
Ooh. Damn. I like that. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I don't mind Magny too much either, especially because he's not the kind of guy that's going to like really be overcommitting to shots. He's not the kind of guy. He's a volume striker, so he's not going to overcommit and put
his
himself in
last
danger.
loss, he's won 7 in a row. His last loss was against a high-level jiu-jitsu guy who caught him in a triangle.
Who was it?
It was in Brazil. I forget the guy's name. Not a very good striker, not a very good fighter.
Been a long time.
No disrespect, but he's a pure jiu-jitsu guy, and he caught him in a nasty triangle.
Yikes.
Long time ago. It was... Oh, I remember that. There was Sergio Moraes.
There you go.
That guy is a beast on the mat.
Super beast.
He lost his next fight actually to Seth Brzezinski after that, but that was his last fight.
Yeah.
That was
He's
his last
he's
loss.
an amazing fighter.
All right, we'll head to the main card now, the pay-per-view portion, and we'll do Bigfoot Silva versus Soa Palele.
You know Soa Palele?
I know Soa Palele is.
Soa Palele, he never fights anyone. Ever. Name the toughest guy he's ever fought. He never wins. Anytime fights a guy, he never wins. He fought DC in a lower promotion. They've babied this guy a little bit. I actually like Soa. I think he's a great guy. He looks great. He hits like a Mack truck. The thing about Bigfoot Silva is he got knocked out by Frank Mir, right? And before that, he got knocked out again. So it's a Bigfoot Silva without TRT. I don't know how the Brazil Commission, I have no idea. If it's a Bigfoot Silva who can take TRT, he's going to destroy the Hulk. If it's a Bigfoot Silva that we saw fight Frank Mir, then, Soa's going to take him down and pound his face in. Soa might be the hardest ground and pound in the world.
Oof.
He's huge.
He's a giant.
I think
How
he
big
cuts
is he?
He cuts to 265.
Oh, my
He's
God.
huge.
Ah,
Good guy, too, man. He's a monster, though.
just what you think of it when
You don't know.
think of a Samoan.
You have no idea what to call in that fight because Bigfoot Silva, you never know.
You don't know.
Bigfoot
Yeah,
loses this one. He's gonna have to start thinking about doing something else. Maybe selling shoes, Bigfoot shoes.
Hey, man.
What, bro? That'd be dope. Bigfoot sandals.
Bigfoot Silva.
What else you got?
Next one, we'll do Struve Nogueira.
I never
Struve
bet.
Big Nog.
I never bet against Big Nog ever. Believe me, I fought him down there. Different scenario. 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago. Different fight. So for sure, don't ask me about it. But Struve, like you said, he's had problems before even coming out of the locker room. His last fight, he got mollywopped by Alistair Overeem.
Yeah.
It's Nogueira in Brazil is magical. Believe me, I fought him on his comeback fight. The fucking guy's magical there, man.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, Struve.
Really?
I'm hoping Nogueira wins. It's gonna be tough for him. I don't see either of the Nogueiras winning.
Nogueira's 40 probably, right? How old is he
No,
now?
36. He looks every bit of 57.
God,
He walks like he's 79.
dude.
His memory's probably of an 85-year-old.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
So you go with Big Nog? Mr. Magic Man?
I never bet against Big Nog. My money would be on Struve. My heart's on Big Nog.
My money's on Struve because he's just 27. I mean, it's just,
With heart surgery.
it's probably
And
fine.
40 fights.
That's a lot of fights.
And he didn't come out of the locker room from anxiety. He passed out before he fought Mitrione, so he couldn't fight.
I don't know what to say about that.
And then his fight after that, he lost.
And now he's in Brazil. He's in Brazil with their biggest hero.
You know what? My money and heart would be on Big Nog. Now I think of it.
Ooh.
Nogueira's gonna TKO him.
All right. There we go. We'll go to the co-main event. Shogun Rua versus Lil Nog.
Hey guys,
I mean,
what was this? The Throwback Thursday? Was this UFC Throwback Thursday? Yeah. Shogun, Little Nog.
But Shogun,
they're 40.
Yeah, but Shogun still is gonna. He's just taking less damage and
less damage. Yeah, yeah, he has.
You see those last two
fight?
Shogun Hendo fights?
Less damage.
I know. Look at the one with John Jones, forget it, and then with Dan Henderson.
Both Henderson fights.
Crazy.
I wouldn't say less damage. I'd say they're both pretty damaged. Both legends of the sport. Both two of my favorite
warriors.
Fighters. Straight warriors.
Warriors, but then again, you that those
you
are
and Shogun have similar chest.
I know that. They're warriors. Warriors like that should be commanding troops now and sipping brandy and smoking pipes.
And have all the money in the bank.
Yes.
And have girls jack them off whenever they want.
Sir.
Sorry, man.
Sir,
I get out
please.
I know, dude.
These are regal men we're talking about.
bro.
Why do you have to say
because
girls
they like
jacking
that
them off
with their feet?
Hey, I don't like that, so why would they like that?
Because they're legends, man.
Listen, don't put your weirdness on them. All right?
All right, sorry.
Damn it.
That's a tough fight to call. I'll take Shogun for 200, please.
Me too. 100%.
All right, well, that brings us to the main event. Ronda Rousey, Betchkahea.
This is a joke. It's their easiest matchup.
It is because Beth Ahea doesn't do any jiu-jitsu. What is it? She looks like she can hit.
Can I take D for all the above?
She looks like she can box.
Do you have D for all the above?
She looks like she goes to the body.
Yeah, on lower level girls. It's Ronda's easiest fight. They've honey-dicked everyone into being like, oh shit, I think we got a contender here. You ain't honey-dicking Big Brown, especially when it comes to fighting. It's their easier fight. So they said, God, how can we sell this thing? Because we're not selling Betch in fucking America. Americans like, huh? We're not paying $60 here to destroy some, sister of the poor skill-wise here. We need to see some shit. Let's send your ass to Brazil because at least it'll be hostile there. Well, they love Ronda in Brazil too, so that's how they're pitching this fight. Easiest fight for Ronda.
Wait, but
she won't finish her in 14 seconds, but Ronda won't take any damage. She'll end up submitting.
Is Ronda, do you think, going to try to stand and bang with her?
No, she can toss on her face and submit her like she always does. Why would Ronda stand and bang?
Right.
Ronda has way better striking, way better on the ground.
I don't know. I'm being honey-dicked because I thought she could this was a real.
They got you. Well,
a real hitter.
Because you're the guy that watches the promos.
Yep.
Where Joe Rogan goes, this is a fight that fans cannot miss.
Yep.
Huh? Why? Because you got into decisions. Whenever I see a girl go to decision,
would you call this fight? Huh?
I would call this fight UFC. What is it? UFC 190. UFC 190. Huh? UFC 190. Honey dick. UFC 190. Honey dick in Brazil.
She looks pretty tough, bro.
See, they get you.
And when she won, she goes like this with her she was like this with the belt, like the belt belongs to me. I don't know, bro. Anthony Pettis did that.
And then he got the belt.
All right, but I'm just saying he got the belt, so you don't know. She was going like this.
I think Ronda's overlooking her a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Her skills are so much better than all these girls. It doesn't matter. Ronda was like, I'm going to win this one. I'm going to make a movie. And then Misha Tate is cool. We can do Misha Tate next.
Yeah.
When you're that much better than everyone, though,
yeah.
I'd be talking way more shit. I mean, I don't even know her name. I barely trained. I'm going to do a couple movies. I just came here.
I'm going to try to make it. I know I'm flying first class.
I know I'm first class. Listen, I need a vacation, so I guess I'm going to do this thing on Saturday.
Watch.
What is it? UFC 190, Honey Dick?
Watch,
yeah, I'm going to show up to that.
Ask me about the fight.
So, Ronda, you got a big fight coming up, huh? Brazil, UFC 190, huh?
Do I?
Yeah, it's UFC 190 called Honey Dick.
Oh, God. Who am I fighting?
I'm going to have to look myself. Betch Correa.
Oh, okay.
Correa.
Yeah. Oh.
She's supposed to be tough, man.
Oh, yeah.
She beat one of the 4 horsewomen.
Oh.
I know, the ones that never win, but it's all right because she might give you a good go.
Okay. Do me a favor. I'm going to take a nap. Wake me up. Wickman won't have to go out there.
Basically, all she has to do is get bikini shape ready and then go toss his girl
I
in
got
the
a photo
face.
shoot. I got to do a bikini photo shoot in Brazil, and then maybe if I have time, I'll go fight her. I might not take my high heels off.
For reals. Ronda has the best job in the world, man. Movies, and you're basically LeBron James playing in the Jerry West days NBA.
Yeah.
So there is that. You got a creep line, Kay? Have you been getting creepy things? Because I reposted you in the tank, and you got some creepy shit.
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's more of like a freak line that this person sent me. You guys need to send more creep lines because I haven't been getting a lot.
We really haven't been promoting it, though, you know?
I'll post more pictures then. Okay, so this guy was out with his friends, and one of his best friends brought his new girlfriend that he's never met. She seemed really timid at first, but as the night kept going, drinks kicked in, and I went over to speak with her since my friend stepped out to smoke. Made small talk, thanked her for coming to my birthday, and as I turned around, she literally stuck her pointer finger in my mouth out of nowhere, then proceeded to stick that same finger in her mouth. Left me kind of creeped out and amazed at the same time. Good thing my pal was outside because I don't know how he would take it.
How long have did he say how long they've been dating or anything?
No.
Well, that's
tough.
That's the kind of enthusiasm I'm looking for.
It's
Me
his
too.
new girlfriend. So.
New girlfriend. Well, that's when I have a talk with my buddy and say, how about we
She may
pull
not-
the old
That's the
1-2
turbo
Eiffel
slide.
Tower, my man.
Well, I mean,
How
listen,
about
just
we pull the old couple set of twins on her?
Well, that's all because
I'm talking about our dicks.
right. I mean,
When I say set of dicks, I'm talking about me and Bryan.
well, it sounds as though she, sir, I'm married, but
well, I'm
it
saying
does
if we're in
sound-
his situation.
it does sound like she's down for that kind of activity, and I don't think it's. I think it's very rude to not
Capitalize on
oblige a young lady
Yeah, I
when
agree.
she's that
Eager.
upfront about what her immediate needs are.
Well,
And in fact, I think it would be
in-
probably un-American to
It really
not,
is.
to not at least say to your buddy, "Hey, bro, your girl, she's got a taste for me," quite literally.
You know what I would say? Hey, bro, your girl, she's eager for dick.
Hey, bro, sir.
That's what I
I'm
would
trying
say.
to run a respectable podcast.
Me too, man. That's what I would say if I was with my buddy.
You got to be
so.
more metaphorical.
Okay. Hey, bro, your girl, she's eager for penis.
No, man. No.
Bro, your girl, she like the way the dick tastes.
Hey, man. No, it's more this. Bro, I got to talk to you.
How would you tell me?
Your girl, look, think of me as an appetizer. We gave her a little taste from the chef's table. Apparently, she's very happy with what's going on in the kitchen, and she wants more. You know what I'm saying? She wants more.
That would confuse me. Like more salad? What do you want? What she
No,
want?
no, no.
She wants
She
more
wants-
French onion soup.
She wants to
More
She wants to
sausage.
dine at the buffet table. If
And when
you
I
know
mean
what
buffet table, I mean the dick buffet.
Hey,
and guess what?
man.
It's all you can eat.
Hey,
girl.
man. Hey, all right. Let's move on.
It's like the Golden Corral. All
Damn
you
it.
can eat, girl.
Hey, man. Don't.
Of this dick.
Oh, hey, bro. Bro, what's gotten into you?
I don't know, man. I'm
You're all
salty
salted
today.
up.
I'm salted
You're
up.
all salted up.
I went to.
You're like a piece of cod,
I
a
am,
dried
man.
piece of cod.
Like a sardine. We went to dinner at Scope at our favorite restaurant. We were with Jen Brown and her husband Wes,
Yeah.
who's a good buddy of ours. And I don't know what happened. I went to the bathroom, so our seats changed, and then I sat next to Jen, and she wasn't looking. She was talking, but she thought I was Wes and grabbed my inner thigh, dick area. And I was like, oh, God, what's going on right now? I was like, it's a goddamn curse. God damn it. I knew this was going to happen. And then she looks over. She's all, oh, my God. I'm like, I was all smiling. And I was like, I should probably tell Wes. I told him.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good, man. It's kind of a turn on.
Fan questions?
Fan
questions.
Fan questions.
Fan questions.
All right, first fan question comes from Young Sandlot. If you could bring one person back from the dead to be a guest on the podcast, who would it be?
Oh.
So it's got to be a dead person.
Well.
Obviously, our answer is going to be completely different because Callen's going to want to learn from somebody.
Jesus Christ.
Was
Oh,
Jesus
I
Christ
forgot.
my answer
Oh,
or
I forgot.
Jesus Christ?
Oh, I forgot. He did rise from the dead. He's got to be dead. He's
Yeah, it
not
means
dead anymore.
you're a zombie, so you can't pick him. No zombies.
Hey, bro. Let me think. here. Who would I want? Man,
That's tough because I've been watching a lot of documentaries on famous people who
probably
died.
Genghis Khan. I'd like to see what he's thinking
Well,
and
he's
why
gonna
he was
kill
such
you.
an asshole. Well, he'd have to be in here.
Well,
I'd
if
be
you do
like,
Genghis Khan, I'm gonna do Hitler.
Hitler is another example
Be
of like,
interesting.
yeah, historians would love to ask him why
For
he made
sure.
certain decisions.
Yeah, if if he's like in shackles, couldn't kill us, that'd be kind of cool.
Hitler wouldn't be that kind of guy. He was more of a he's not a raving. He's not going to kill you with a knife like the way some raving maniac. He's more of a quiet maniac.
I think you'd be surprised.
Maybe. Although what would be interesting is to take Genghis Khan and Hitler, and we could have them on the show, and then we could kill them with our bare hands. And I don't think anybody think about that. If Hitler came back from the dead, and he was a guest, and ladies and gentlemen, we now have Hitler, and we asked him some questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adolf Hitler, Fighter
Yeah.
and the Kid.
And then we asked him some questions for an hour, and then we said, now, welcome back to life, and now we're going to kill you again. And we killed Hitler with our bare hands, like fucking choked him to death.
Biggest show ever.
Punched him up. And nobody would be like, dude, you killed Hitler. Nobody in the world is going to go, that was wrong.
There
bro.
might be a couple.
Yeah, but we don't care about
No,
that.
the majority are going to
And then Genghis Khan was the biggest asshole on the planet. All of China would be like, yay. So, so would Russia. So it'd be fun to kill those guys. After we question them, I'd like you, and I would help you. We'd beat them up. We'd beat them to
then
death
piss
with our
on 'em.
hands.
And then piss on them.
I don't want to always pee. Why do you always have to
Because
piss
it
on
degrades
them?
them, man.
But they're already dead.
Well, no. We hold them down and pee on them and then kill them.
All right.
So I guess Adolf and Genghis Khan. I feel like you honey-dicked me in that. I was going to say Kurt Cobain, man.
I thought you were gonna go with Amy Winehouse.
Nah, well.
Of all the people in history, of all the people you can talk to in history, you choose a grunge rocker from Seattle.
Dude, his marketing mind and creativity.
Oh,
and
okay.
creativity.
Of all the people that have invented so
Well,
many
the-
different things.
What the
How about
fuck am I-
Tesla? How about Tesla, one of the greatest minds? Thomas Edison. I don't
What
know.
how the fuck am I going to relate to those guys? Hey, Thomas Edison.
How about-
break some fucking formulas down for
How
me?
about Thomas
Boring.
Jefferson? Or
You trying to get ratings or not? Because those guys aren't getting ratings.
hey, bro, of all the people, you choose Kurt Cobain.
I said one of them.
I'm biting my tongue not to edit this. And
Maybe
I'm gonna,
Bruce Lee. Maybe I'll get Bruce Lee.
I'm gonna slap your
You
mouth.
don't like Bruce Lee?
I don't. Not in the historical context.
These guys are what? Because they
Isaac Newton, Einstein,
does nothing for me.
Freud.
Einstein doesn't speak English, so what are we
My
going to do?
God.
What
Yeah, he
neither
did.
does
He
Freud.
actually, he did actually.
Not
speak
very
English.
good. What are we going to do?
Not very well.
What are we going to do then? What are we going to do?
Listen, bro, we're gonna change the subject because I am going to school you on history
no, it's
and
different.
why those
It's
guys
different.
are important.
Bruce Lee should be in history.
What are you gonna ask Bruce Lee?
The thing he did
It
for
wasn't
martial
even-
arts,
What are you gonna ask?
he set an entire business plan, an entire curriculum for martial arts to happen in
really?
America.
And
Yes.
what questions are you gonna ask him?
All sorts of questions.
Go ahead. Hello, I'm Bruce Lee.
Well, at least he speaks fucking English. What are you going to ask?
Brendan.
All right, what are you going to ask Albert
Brendan,
Einstein?
I'm 135.
No, go ahead.
I'm 135 pounds. What questions?
Well, I
do
don't
you
care
have
what
for me?
size they are. That's where you're obsessed with size.
Brendan,
It's weird.
I'm 33 years old. I died then. What questions do you have? I'm your age.
Well, no. What are you going to ask Albert Einstein? Go.
I sound like Morgan Freeman right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It's horrible. What are you going to ask Albert Einstein? Go.
I'm going to ask him.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to ask him.
Albert Einstein. Go.
I'm going to say, okay. Professor, doctor, you are working on the unification theory, which is the bridge between quantum physics and Newtonian physics.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, the theory that unifies everything. Can you explain what that means? You're trying to unlock the secrets of the universe, and in a way you already have.
Yeah, for sure. So this is what Albert's going to do. He's going to turn to his translator and then turn back and ask what your qualifications are, not have a conversation with you, and then just be like, this is stupid.
What? So again, what are you going to ask Bruce Lee? How do you do the splits?
Well, no, that's what you would ask him.
Hey, how do you do the split?
The thing is,
Do you think you could kill like an elephant with a 1-inch
hey, this is the
punch?
thing. You want to get Albert Einstein
This is
in
you.
here. This is
Could
the
you
thing.
kill an
Hey,
elephant with a
Brian
1-inch
must get
punch?
Albert Einstein and Freud in
Ooh.
here.
You can
but you
jump
got to
high.
realize
Did you really
you're not
beat up-
part of their crew, man.
Did you really beat up
You're speaking-
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
You're speaking English, and you're not even their level.
What's it like to make movies? How many times have you been in an actual
Bruce
ring?
Lee,
Oh, you
man,
haven't.
You know, you know the shit he's done.
I know.
For martial arts?
In the movies.
No, man.
Oh,
He
I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
Oh, he
How can
invented
you hate on
martial-
Bruce
did he
Lee?
invent martial
Yes.
arts? Oh.
He invented a type of martial
I keep
art.
waiting for a question.
Well,
How did you invent karate?
I mean, that'd be pretty legit. The thing is, if you had Albert Einstein, you couldn't talk to him, Brian. Hey, look at me real quick.
I'd get
hey,
a-
no,
I'd
look,
get
no,
a German-
no,
I'd
I
get
know,
a-
but
I'd
look
get
at
a
me.
German
Look at me.
translator.
Look at me. Just like me, I'm good looking for a fighter. Look at me. You're smart for a comedian.
Right.
So when you have Albert Einstein here,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
Why not?
That's like me talking to fucking
Einstein
college
was actually
professor.
really good at explaining
Oh, was he? Is
complex
that what he said?
physics questions to they said that Einstein was good, could explain the theory of gravity to a kindergartner. It's pretty cool. And theory of relativity to a kindergartner using a sheet and a marble. So he actually was very good at relaying the bigger questions to people like us, laymen, who don't really study that stuff. So
I don't think you're ready for that.
So we're gonna have lunch, and I'm gonna slap your face a couple times.
I'm gonna slap you.
I'm gonna
Talk
slap
shit
your face
about
a couple
Bruce Lee
times.
again. Bruce
Slap
Lee's
your
more
face.
than an
Don't put
actor.
your hand on my face. Get your hand on my. Get your hand. Get your.
See, you know Bruce Lee.
I watched Enter the Dragon literally 120 times. That's not an
They
exaggeration.
made me watch it when I bought my car.
Bods, don't hit back. I watched don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory. That dude was a great actor and a great
More than an
entertainer.
actor.
You calm down.
God damn, I can't believe you're hating on Bruce Lee.
Calm down.
Hey, next question. Evan.
He was they say he was 5'7", he's about 5'4", 135.
Why are you obsessed with size?
Hey, bro.
TJ Dillashaw,
I know.
tiny.
TJ Dillashaw would beat
DJ,
the brakes.
DJ, Demetrius
They
Johnson,
would
tiny.
beat the brakes off of
It doesn't matter, Brian. You're
Bruce
obsessed
Lee.
with size, and you keep saying his
fighting.
size.
Fighting. They would beat the brakes off of
It's
him.
different. How do we know if he started training mixed martial arts, as creative and as smart as he was, you don't think he'd be a good fighter?
I don't know. Probably not, because sports
Really?
and acting are very different. He was acrobatic, did hook kicks and kind of bad taekwondo.
He has way more real fights than you do. Hate to tell
Oh,
you.
you're 100% wrong.
Oh, no.
He never fought.
You never fought!
I did too fight. I competed as a
Bullshit!
Oh, I never competed in taekwondo, and I
At the
as a
YMCA.
wrestler. No, all over the country. I traveled all over the country. And
There's
fought.
no record of this at all.
Well, but it's
We've been
true,
over this.
But it's true.
Rogan begs
I
the
have
difference.
way more fights.
Rogan's the
I have
same
as
age
many
as you.
fights as Rogan in taekwondo. I'm sure. I promise you
He
that.
begs to differ.
Well, whatever the case, I'm just telling you.
I would love to see just
and
a
not only do
I just
have,
need a picture.
not only I have video. I can get you video.
I would if you give me video. I
would travel and fight in tournaments.
Name
And
one
that's-
tournament.
That's I don't know, everywhere from Virginia to Iowa.
What was the name of the tournament though?
What do you mean
Just
the
like
name of
one
the tournament?
name, like I competed in the Colorado Open Jiu-Jitsu Championship.
I
in
fought in the
2007.
American Taekwondo Championships in Iowa, which I won. Thank you very much.
That was
And I
that's where the
fought
Master Kim
in
shirt
many,
got created.
plenty of things in West Virginia, in Maryland, in
No, I know you're naming like states though, but if you had to like name like what the tournament was,
all I'll say is that as a black belt, and even before I went and fought I competed against other Taekwondo guys.
No,
Now,
I know
I'm
you
not
say
that
that.
proud of it. I'm not that proud of it because it's not UFC. I was a wrestler. I did
in high school.
Yeah, but
I played basketball in
competed.
high school. I'm not a basketball
competed.
player.
I went to did the Class A tournaments. I went to the Lehigh, the nationals at MIT. I mean, at least I was a high school wrestler. The point I'm making is that I'm not going to talk about being a tough guy. I have more fights and
Than
more
Bruce Lee.
competitive experience.
I disagree.
Than more competitive experience in combat sports,
Then
combat
Bruce Lee.
sports,
Then Bruce Lee.
by far, and I mean by far, not a little bit, than Bruce Lee. Bryan Callen does.
I disagree.
Bryan Callen does.
Bryan Callen does.
And I'll do you one better.
Holy shit, man!
And I'll
I'm
do you
about
one
to slap
better,
the fuck out of you.
motherfucker.
You're saying you're tougher than Bruce Lee. You're saying you're tougher than Bruce Lee.
Let me finish. Let me be very unequivocal and clear.
Damn it.
Look at me.
This is what happens when you
Bro,
hang out with other
Look
comedians.
at me. Look at me. Right now.
You beat up Bruce Lee.
Right now
He's
at
dead.
48. And I want you to bring him out at 32 at his prime. Right now at 48. I'll beat the fucking brakes off that guy.
Bruce Lee.
And I'll knock him out. I'm going to kick him in the fucking face.
Spinning
punch
kick.
him. Whatever I want, bro.
Oh my
depending
God.
on my
You're
mood.
so full of shit.
And then I'm going to punch him. I'm going to punch him really hard. And then I'm going to take him to the ground. I'm going to choke the life out
Hey,
of
let's
him.
just end it with this though.
Yeah.
This question. Just like I mean, name one tournament you're in. Just give like the tournament name.
The American Taekwondo Championships in Iowa, and I believe
That's where
I
Master
still
Kim
have my. Yeah, I think I still have my my trophies, my gold medal that I won. Yeah, you really don't believe me, do you?
I don't believe you're like on this
I'll do you one better.
Taekwondo Karate Kid team.
It wasn't a team; it was my studio. I'll do you one better though. I have two friends who are witnesses and were in my studio. Who'll tell you.
Well, I can't listen to your friends.
But I have pictures. I need pictures. My friend Tony has video of me actually in tournaments. And am I ever skinny?
That's fine. I just need something proof.
I'm a
you know
skinny
right now,
kid.
you're Taekwondo. I'm sure it's real. You're Bigfoot. I need to see some proof. You're Bigfoot.
You've seen me kick. You've seen me put it together.
No, I haven't.
At 48.
On a bag.
I know, not bad. I mean, I obviously practiced that wheel kick for a long time. At 48, I haven't done it in years.
No, I'm impressed in your wheel kick, but I've never seen it in live action.
Use it against people. Knock them out. How about this? Use that wheel kick. I'm knocked out probably in my whole career. Knocked out. Like as in bang with that kick.
100?
No.
100 men?
No. Maybe 5. Not bad, though, for an amateur athlete.
I can't
The
believe
point is I'm a bitch, and we know this.
No, check. Your ego now is allowed.
No.
Control. You said you're tougher than Bruce Lee.
Yes, what I'm saying is that Bryan Callen, non-athlete, comedian who was a high school wrestler and a taekwondo
and on the
guy,
national taekwondo
and
scene.
I'm telling you right now.
You beat up Bruce Lee.
Right now, I beat him up.
Well, he's dead, bro.
Well, you bring him back. Now I want him as our guest.
Bruce Lee.
And I'm going to go, hey, Bruce, guess what? You and I, not even going to stretch.
Chuck Norris fight.
We're going to have ourselves a little fight.
Chuck Norris style.
And I'm going to eat peanuts off your head.
Wow.
Yeah, I tower over him.
Again, you're obsessed with size.
But I'm just bigger.
You're bigger than DJ, too.
TJ?
DJ. Demetrius Johnson.
I'm not fighting Demetrius Johnson.
He would rip your dick up.
I have no interest in fighting that fucking whirlwind.
Might be the best fighter in the world.
Yeah, no thank you.
Next question. Hey, let's get, just so we're all squared away here. Callen thinks he's better than Bruce Lee in combat sports.
Unequivocally, I'm better than Bruce Lee.
That's the title of this episode.
For sure.
Bryan Callen
better than Bruce Lee in combat sports.
Old man, 48. 48 who has to stretch just to get going. I mean, I got some issues.
I'm gonna have to educate you on Bruce Lee. Just like you educate me on Albert Einstein.
Bro, I'm ready.
Fuck. What else you got?
Let's go, man. I got shit to do.
All right, this one's from Kyle's Got Picks. What's your advice for dealing with a girlfriend's family when being around them is maybe the worst thing on earth?
Oof.
Man, I don't know how to answer that, but I would say
make stuff up so you never have to see him.
Yeah, just
act like you're always busy, like you have a job to do.
Bite down on your mouthpiece and just deal for one round.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
Ugh, painfully boring. I'll just make shit up.
Yeah, I'm bored with that question.
Yeah, me too.
Next question.
Just get a side gig and make shit up.
Yeah.
Just make stuff up.
Be like, I started a lawn mowing company. I can't do it this Sunday.
All right. This one comes from Grant Lineker. At what age did Callen and Schaub discover their potential?
Wow, that's a good question.
Did you realize you guys could do some pretty badass shit?
It's a good question and an important one. I'll tell you this. I
Still
remember.
haven't.
Hopefully
at 33.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have a little bit in as a comic in what I do, but I will say that maybe I do remember being in my 20s and feeling completely clueless, and I'm being serious, and very ineffective and not accomplished. And I think it wasn't until my later 30s where I started to really feel proud of what I was doing comedically as a comic. And now in my 40s, finally, like performing for 3,500 people in Chicago and feeling that comfortable and doing that well, that's what I always saw in my mind's eye, maybe. And so in a way, I feel like I've realized my potential. And now it's just I have to keep
capitalizing
writing.
on
Yeah,
it.
It takes a long time, man.
I still haven't. Hopefully at 33 I do.
Well, yeah, but you've done a lot. You know. Let me answer this question. Like, I would look at you and say you're a successful guy. I know that football and fighting, but you are. You've done a lot,
I never said
just
I was.
as an
I never
athlete.
said I wasn't successful.
Well,
played Division I football. Yeah.
Right, but you were heartbroken at where you didn't go.
Yes.
And I would never look at it that way. I would look at it as you being a very accomplished athlete already. And I think that it's it's kind of very common though to sort of feel. I think a lot of people, even if they're really successful, always seem to feel that way. They always seem to feel like.
I think you compare yourself to others too, nonstop.
Yeah.
That's what makes it tough.
Yeah, I guess so. There was another point I wanted to make, and I completely forgot what it was.
Dang it! I thought you were gonna go somewhere cool. With
I
that.
was. Shit. Wait, because you were talking about.
And because you were like, well, yeah, I mean, I know you think you've had a shitty career, but I don't. And
Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. I'm having dinner with my buddy Dan, who's the chiropractor we love. Who's
your next door neighbor.
Yes, great guy.
For sure, quit hanging out with him so much. But carry on.
He's one of my buddies.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
see him
great.
enough. So anyway, so he, I said, I was with a group of people and I said, and I'm shooting my special, that's not a big deal. But, and I kept talking. He goes, whoa. It is a big deal.
Yeah.
Don't say shooting your special is not a big deal.
Yeah,
and it
he's
wasn't
great.
a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But what he was saying was very few people do that. You have to stop for a second and at least acknowledge what your accomplishments have been.
It's tough.
It is. I don't do it enough.
Me neither.
And I blew it off.
Yeah, I know.
He goes, you just sold out 2 big shows and all that. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Because my expectations, back to this, are much higher than maybe, I don't know, they should be sometimes. Or at least I should take a minute and celebrate what I have done. Just take a minute and celebrate what you have done.
Well, like I was.
When was the last time you celebrated what you've done?
Couldn't tell you.
And they say celebrating is very important.
I know.
Me neither. When was the last time you actually stopped and celebrated what you actually accomplished? When was the last time you looked at what
Sometimes
you've
I
done?
feel like when you celebrate, though, then you're content and you're happy where you're at. That's what I feel like.
But is that
You're
true?
supposed to. I don't know.
You're
That's
supposed
how
to
I feel.
mark it, right?
I
Well,
know.
that's why we have birthdays. That's why when somebody turns
Birthdays are so
75 or
lame.
they
I
have
know,
a
they're
20-year
so
anniversary.
lame.
Yeah, but that's the idea that we should
I know.
we should pause
True.
and say, "Hey, bro, great job."
We need to
We've
do it-
never done that with this podcast.
No, we need to, especially after our biggest month ever this month.
This is our biggest month ever. Thanks to you guys. Or how about selling out? Speaking of which, come see me in Dallas Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Addison Improv. I'm there.
Boom.
But we're
Jay
selling
Novacek
out.
jerseys.
So I never thought I'd be selling out on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And I didn't stop to take a minute. Because I guess when accomplishment happens and when you get what you
What's
want.
next?
What's next? I want more.
What else you got, Ev?
All right, we'll do 2 more. Since you guys are around a lot of high-level athletes, performers, and just generally successful people, what do you think is the most common quality that they all have?
Probably what I was just
Work
saying.
ethic.
Probably what
Work ethic and never happy. Never satisfied.
I mean, yeah.
We get this question a lot, I feel like.
Work ethic number one. You're usually not going to meet someone that's just a freak athlete or entertainer where they don't have a crazy work ethic.
Yeah, like TJ Dillashaw, they did this thing, I guess a 30 for 30 kind of thing, whatever, like behind the scenes thing. And he
Embedded.
And he was done working out, and he took his shirt off, and he picked it up and threw it on the mat, and it went, and it was just so soaked with sweat. He just went like that, and you see his body. It's just like looks like it's chiseled out of stone, and you're like, and he throws.
Yeah, man. Not what we're talking about, gay boy.
But hold
we're
on.
talking about hard work and
Well,
dedication.
That was a symbol of
Not
hard
his
work.
body. Not really. A sweaty T-shirt, cutting weight.
Bro, can you just listen, you fucking jackass?
I'm just saying you're obsessed with his body.
The point is that when you see him throw a shirt that he's been working out and it's that sweaty, and you see all that work and like manifested in his body, you go, that's kind of how you become a champion. Like the amount of work he put into being a champion is crazy, as you can tell. That's what I'm saying. So anything like that's going to take sweat.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of sweaty shirts.
Oh, that doesn't
sweaty
ring.
shirt.
That doesn't ring.
Sweaty shirt proves
The
you have
symbolism of working hard to be a champion. You see how like what his training day was, where he takes his shirt off and goes, and it just splatters in sweat. That's a good metaphor for what your day should feel that way. I think a lot of times.
That makes sense.
Yeah, when
That
you're training
does.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, anytime you're training really hard in anything.
Well, but a lot of time
proverbial
people
sweat.
get confused at working a lot means you're just because you're working a lot or
Right.
doing.
You want to work smart.
Yes.
And that's a good point.
Or work towards the goal. Just because people confuse being busy with work.
That's
or
right.
they go to the gym and they think because they have a sweaty shirt and throw it on the ground that they got better.
Right.
It's usually not true.
Right. That's true. Because that just means busy. Just because you're busy
and
doesn't
productive
mean,
is big difference.
Yes, busy and productive are big difference.
Big difference.
That's why you got to have the right people around you who are teaching you how to do it. Like practice, perfect practice.
Or
Perfect practice.
For not all those fighters out there, but there's also people. You got to have a goal in mind. You can't just go to wherever you're going working without.
Good book about that
direction.
called The Talent Code by, I think, Jerry Coyne. Really good book. Talent Code. About what real deep practice is. How to practice 40 minutes but get a month's worth of practice in 40 minutes. Like when people, like they was talking about the musicians and stuff, when they practice what they're bad at, a lot of people come in and practice what they're good at.
Oh, yeah.
Practicing what you're bad
What
at.
you're comfortable at.
Yeah, that's the idea.
What else you got, Ev?
All right, we'll do one more. We'll take this one down a little bit, have a little fun with this one. This one's from Bryan Callen. If you could have any fully trained, perfectly behaving animal as a pet, what would it be?
Ooh, fully trained, perfectly behaving
Where he's not going to rip your face
as a
off.
pet? Shit, something powerful. Probably a bear. I'd like to sleep in a polar bear's tummy.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I don't know, man. A great white would be pretty dope. I could like swim in the water. He'd like lift me up like
They
a
need
dolphin.
cold water though, so it'd be.
No, I'd have a suit on, and he'd lift me up like a dolphin. I could like spread, like they do at SeaWorld.
I wonder how when that would get old though. Oh, here he is. Take me for a ride.
Well, all right, but real quick. So you got a bear. The bear's gonna shit all over your house. You get your best friend's a bear.
He's perfectly trained.
That's a good point. So he's gonna shit in the toilet.
And he's cuddly. Oh, and you wrestle with
Ooh, I
him.
do like that.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that.
Well,
And he's a polar bear with a big old black nose.
yes. Or
You know what? I'm changing my answer.
how about a silverback gorilla though? A 600-pound gorilla that you can just wrestle around with.
That'd be pretty cool.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting on your back. Rolling around with
on
it.
your back. He just walks everywhere.
Want some bananas? Yeah, just a giant
And you hang on his
600-pound
back?
gorilla, a silverback. And I just walk
He's
in.
your best friend.
My best friend.
I wouldn't mind a giant ass tiger. You just lay in bed with him, chill with
Here's
him.
the thing about
squeeze
tigers.
his
They're
nose.
still cats and they're kind of aloof.
I'm allergic to
We're-
cats.
Yeah, whereas gorillas would be all sweet. They'd be like, woo, and you tickle them. They're like, yee.
That's true. Cats are. I don't like cats.
You want a
man.
gorilla because they're more human. Chimp or gorilla?
God, you're right, man. I gotta be honest. You've really changed my mind. Shark would be fucking stupid.
Yeah, whatever. Cold as
A
shit.
fish would be dumb.
I know. Hey, shark! He doesn't give a shit about you. He's like,
No,
"Ooh, I'm
he's well
swimming."
trained.
You don't even know what his mood is.
Well, he's not gonna
gorilla's
kill me,
sad today, happy.
I don't want this depressed gorilla. I don't know.
Yeah. No, gorillas are great.
Oh, maybe not all of them.
Well, you cheer them
Maybe
up.
get a manic depressive
Are
gorilla.
you feeling sad?
Maybe
I'm
get a
gonna tickle
bipolar
you.
gorilla.
Ticky, ticky, ticky. Aw. Let's get gorillas.
I'll take a gorilla. Actually, I'm sold on the polar bear though.
Polar bear's badass, but you know what?
They're fucking
You need it
huge.
super cold.
No,
Kodiak.
no.
Kodiak
There's
bear.
polar bears at the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah, get a
Hot
Kodiak.
as shit.
Problem with a polar bear is it'd eat all the dogs in the neighborhood. So let's get a
No,
Kodiak.
he's perfectly trained.
True.
He eats whatever I give him.
The neighborhood
He's gonna eat
dogs.
Twizzlers. Here you go.
Aw.
Whole bag of Twizzlers.
Aw.
More Twizzlers, polar bear.
Get a Kodiak bear.
And feed him Reese Pieces.
It's just a grizzly, a big old grizzly, a big old
Big old
badass
grizzly that eats Reese Pieces.
man.
Just bags of them.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I guess a bear. Is that what we're deciding?
Yeah. No, we're saying gorilla.
Well, no, I want a bear.
I
you want a
know I'm
gorilla.
torn between bear and
For
gorilla.
sure not a fish. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
right
fuck
now.
off,
That was a
fish.
horrible choice by me.
Yeah. Hey, I'll get a nest of bees.
Hey, I'll
so I
take
can pet 'em.
I'll take a giant fucking wasp. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, a giant wasp.
Anyways,
I
Callen, where
set,
can they
I
find
got a
us?
set of wasps.
Where can they find this weekend?
The Addison Improv in Dallas. Apparently, Dallas is. Can you look at the temperature in Dallas? I think it's about 100 degrees. I'm not kidding, and humid.
oh,
Really
P, look,
fun.
it's 100. That's crazy.
Really fun. I'll be. I'll be there though.
Addison
Addison
Improv.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Get your tickets. I got a Sunday show. Rarely,
Ooh, what time's that Sunday show? Night?
probably 7.
Ooh, nice. Bring your Jay Novacek and Charlie Haley jerseys. Master Kim Big Brown women's mint green tank tops drop Monday night, as well as the men's Big Brown Master Kim's t-shirts in murdered out all black with a white bear that Callen is wearing right now as I'm speaking, and I'm wearing the Big Brown mint green and gray Master Kim, Big Brown Bear. Those also drop Monday night. Women's tanks, men's tees. You know the deal. TFATK.com for everything Fire and the Kid related. This is the Fire and the Kid. We're out.